ever for it to.
Oh, look, they got you on there then.
It caught you.
Hey guys, it's me, it's Malcolm, aka May to December, it's May. And
Whoever you are.
I'm joined by the one and only Tash, aka Sketchney.
My new name.
And before we get started, I want you guys, if you watch this, Tash did a chat of her own with her friend Donna, and I popped in and had some fun as well. If you want to check it out, go to Tash's channel, obviously Sketchney, and give it a like, add some comments there, and enjoy it because it was a great chat and Donna was great fun and Tash did a great job at hosting. So definitely check it out.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how you been?
It's been a mixed week. I've been busy doing stuff, working on some projects, doing some animations and that. But today, well, I had to go to the vets earlier today because my rat is poorly. So one of my rats is poorly. So I'm a bit sad about that. Turns out he's got a tumor. So.
No.
But they're not going to do anything about it because of his age and because of the cost. They said it's not worth doing, so I just got to leave him to it. So.
Oh, because you've got two, haven't you?
Yeah, there's two of them. So.
So what you gonna do? So what's he just gonna live out the end of his days?
Yeah. Well, the thing is they wouldn't do. I mean, it costs too much. They refused to put him down anyway because he's still like jolly and walking around and stuff like that. But also the vet said it costs a ridiculous amount. It's cost like £300-400 to put down a little rat.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why didn't you take it to the what is it? The PDSA? Because when you have
there isn't a PDSA centre nearby, so.
I was gonna say because when you've got disabilities, they do it for free.
Yeah, they help out, but
they just ask for like a donation.
Yeah, they ask for a donation, but you can only get one pet helped with them. So
oh really?
Yeah. Oh really? Yeah,
they're under different names.
Yeah.
First one was Jack, second one was Mac, and the other one was Vetty.
Nice.
Okay. Afternoon, guys. I watched Tash's chat. It was cool. You look like the Queen's wee bit of rumpy pumpy, Malcolm. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, John. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
It was a great chat.
So yes, I'm quite sad about that. So.
I can imagine.
So yeah.
£400.
Yeah. Well, if they'd operated on him and that, it would have been £200, and she was just like, it's not worth it because he's 2.5 years old. So, and they live for about 3 years.
So tiny.
Yeah. But it's come up this big lump around his back area. So.
Are you sure he's not growing an ear?
Yeah. He's growing an extra ass. It is amazing though when you go into the vets. And she's like, wow, he's got a big set of balls. I was like, should I be proud or what?
You should have been like, yeah, I home-grew them myself. Look at me touch them. I've got 2 bowls in my hand. And then you actually squeeze them and they go, well, I'm the nutcracker now.
But she was hoping it was just an abscess or that, like a cyst, something that could be drained. But she said it wasn't connected to any, kind of thing. So.
Terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How long have you had for?
Like I say, about 2.5 years.
How long do they live for?
3.
Oh, could you imagine that? Paying for surgery and then the next day.
Yeah.
That happened with my nan's cat Figaro.
Oh really?
He had to have over £1,000 worth of work. Alright. They got him home and the next day they found him dead on the floor.
Oh, jeez.
I was in tears of laughter. When they told me, I was laughing hysterically because I was like...
Irony is awful, isn't it? It's just...
What were you going to say? Sorry?
No, I was just going to say, I've had a rat before that, had treatment and that, and then died anyway. It was like, well, that was totally
I know what you mean. Well, it's like my cat, little one.
Yeah.
He had kidney failure, and they
Right.
said
Yeah.
it's all right now, it's all right, but he was still peeing everywhere. Like our cats who have got that problem, just pee automatically when they're
Yeah.
walking.
Just Pete. Yeah.
And he was wet all over his backside there, like back and
Oh.
bottom
Yeah.
area. Here's Donna. Hi guys, glad I came in to hear the context before hearing Malcolm say he has two big balls in his hand. Well, I saved that for my wife. But anyway, okay, that was just weird. That I apologise to anyone who gets offended by that. But what I was saying was, anyway, he had bad kidney problems,
Yeah.
and he was like moving about, and I didn't have him. My nan did,
Yeah.
because my nan kept my cats when I moved because I didn't want them weeing or,
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Make it. Yeah.
I could do that enough on my own. So why would I need the cats to do it?
Yeah.
Um, taking a dump right in the middle of the foot.
Yeah. Just up the wall, take a piss. Just.
Do I move or do I keep playing Call of Duty? No, I keep playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No. What's the weather for? Peeing out of. Anyway, so I went round there to get the cat.
Yeah.
I went, we've got to do it. Kevin went with me, my stepdad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We took him to Ilford, and they went, okay, he's all right now. Then we had to go all the way into the heart of London.
Oh God, was that a good hour drive or something?
And the whole time he's going, meow, meow,
God, yeah.
meow. And that's when
Cats do not like when you put in those boxes.
when you take them on the train, it's even worse. Because all the people moving so much.
Yeah.
It's like,
Freaks them out. Yeah.
Oh, John says sorry, Tash.
Thanks, John.
And we got him there, and they went, you've got two choices. You either let him live and get him sorted a little bit, but it's going to keep coming back, or you put him down, right?
Yeah.
He told me that. I hugged him for an hour, right?
Oh.
When they put him to sleep, I fell on my knees right into my stepdad's crutch, right? It was probably the worst thing I'd ever done, and I was crying like this, oh, Kevin, right on his crutch area.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, Milk, you need to move because you shouldn't be down there like that. And afterwards I was like, oh, fuck. Right? So then what he did was he just got down the phone and just hugged me.
Yeah.
But when you're emotional, you don't think about those things.
You don't. Yeah, exactly. You just can't,
Normally I'm not going to fall down on my knees and start crying. But at that moment, it was like so horrendous.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Middy was put down. I had him for like 18 years.
Yeah.
Right? And my dad was with me, and he had to leave the room when they were putting him to sleep.
All right. Yeah.
And after he left, he went, he was staying strong for you, Malcolm, and you put him down. Right?
Awful.
Yeah, he was worse off than me.
Yeah.
But I kept his ashes. His ashes are upstairs.
Oh, you still have
Every now and again, I hold them and talk to them a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss your fur.
Yeah.
Your eyes. The stuff you do when you think about your cat. Like
when you think about it. Yeah.
But anyway, enough of death.
Yes.
Time for laughter.
Yes.
Time for tears of laughter.
Yeah.
So, I thought, what do we talk about? And I thought, you know what? I ain't played Rogue yet. I'll put it on.
Oh, yeah, because you've been, yeah.
So I thought I'd give it a go, give you my points of view on it, because I know you only played the first bit of it.
Yeah, I've only played, first, couple of bits.
Yeah, and I have to say it's shit.
I'm not exactly blown away, yeah.
You play as Shay.
Yeah. Who's the worst voiced character ever.
I hate this fake Irish accent. Hey, we need to get him, hey. Oh, yeah.
Oh, me laddie.
Oh, he's got to pay for his crimes, eh? You're like... And the thing is, the beginning of the story is so boring.
I know.
I have more fun shooting icebergs than the actual story.
I'm doing the sailing bit, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so boring. And they're like, oh, take out that ship over there. It's like, I don't want to. Just get to the freaking story.
There's only 6 sequences, and I'm bored with the first.
I know.
I got past the first one, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so, and I'm like, where does it say they're assassins? Because they look more like pirates again.
Yeah.
You know, just because they've got hoods on, it makes them assassins.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what cracks me up as well is you have that whole segment at the very beginning where you have to take out some Templars at a camp, and then they have a whole segment where you have to go through these training segments. It's just like, but I've just done a bit. Why am I doing this after the fact?
I'm like, why wasn't, like there's a couple of trophies. Like you have to do the shooting one within 40 seconds.
Mm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I got it with 41 seconds. I was like, give me the trophy. Give me the trophy.
Give me.
And you're learning from a Native American as well. And I'm like, but they mention Connor and Kenway in the story.
Yeah, I love how much Shay's just like, oh, Connor is his favourite. It's just like, jealous much.
I was sitting there going, why didn't they show Connor? Why didn't they show Connor at some point?
No. You didn't even have to talk if they couldn't get the voice actor. They could have just shown him going past or something.
They could have just jumbled words he said in the first.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been like, hey, you guys, like that.
Yeah.
But, I'm sitting there, I'm playing.
I hate the fake Irish accent. It really gets on my nerves. I find it really distracting.
What was it? Hey, Liam. I'm sitting there, and everywhere, it's like you have to go to all these different locations to do one mission, then you have to drive to another one.
It makes me think of the Angel flashbacks, where Angel is doing his Irish accent talking to Spike. It's just like,
Donna says you don't like Rogue, haha. How about that? I just.
Yeah, because she hates Black Flag, so anything connected.
Black Flag brings you back to Rogue, no, Rogue brings you back to Black Flag technically, but in number 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a connection between the two.
It's just so, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't like that it's like you have to go from one area to another to do a mission.
Yeah.
And each time you're driving there, you come across English boats that you fight.
I hate not being able to crouch at choice. Like, it only does it once you get in a restricted area or the bushes.
I don't like that.
I'm so used to being able to crouch by choice.
And all these people you kill, right? All these big people, they're all boring. The best part so far for me in the game, other than the icebergs, is the present day.
Right, yeah.
When you hack computers in present day, you get a whole backstory of people like Hathaway and Connor and like the original people in Assassin's Creed 1. And I really like that more because it kind of is something you'd like to say.
My only problem with that, the whole Abstergo stuff, is it feels like it's just copy and pasted from Black Flag. Like, obviously it's the same office. You're going to the same rooms to hack the computers. It's just like, oh, you couldn't come up with anything different.
Well, it would have been nice if it had been on a different level.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a different branch of Abstergo or something.
It's like the whole of number 3 is planted in Rogue, technically, just with more speed and more movement in it than before. Because in number 3, it was very basic.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I'm not very keen.
So you're not impressed. You're just.
I'm like, no one.
You were warned, to be fair, but then I've not played much. So.
Apparently, like you said, it's a good payoff at the end.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. So.
But at the moment, I don't know if I'll make it to the end.
I know, it's just like, I keep getting told, keep playing, but I'm like, I'd rather play, I've been playing Alien Isolation, I'm right near the end of that. I was going to finish it the other day, but I've been busy, like I say, working on my stuff, my project stuff that, I've been working on, so.
You've been busy partying all day.
Oh, yeah, that's all I do all day. It's just like, a bit of dancing, a bit of singing.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I ordered some SingStar games.
Oh, you did? Excellent.
I'm going to do it.
The ABBA one's good.
I've decided I'm going to do it.
My mum said no problem.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is when I'm singing, I'm gonna do some dancing as well, something like this. And I'm gonna do. I told Donna I might go to do a duet with me and all.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you can do It Takes Two or I Got You, Babe, or something.
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool. I might do a few of them, you know.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I've got mics coming and I've got a couple of games coming, so I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
The first one obviously has to be High School Musical because I know every song off by
You
heart.
have to get. Yeah, 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 exactly.
I've got to sing now. I saw they've got a PS4 sing stuff.
Yeah, I have, but it's annoying that you can't download your previous purchases.
Yeah, I think that's a bit out of line, really.
It's like I've paid for it. Why am I going to pay for it again?
It's called being a
Yeah,
mutt.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what it's like. What do you call it? It's like I was looking at the Witcher series
Yeah.
because the Witcher 3's coming out, and
Oh yeah, that's been yeah.
I was like, oh, I might get the Witcher 1 and 2 if I can on the PS3. Computer says no, it's on Xbox.
Oh really? Yeah.
Mm. So I'm a bit annoyed by that.
Yeah, because I've seen adverts for it and that. You know, like I think I've seen it on the Xbox. I don't go on the Xbox much, but when I do go on it, it's kind of been up in one of those squares.
Oh, we were going to get a new internet company called Frontier.
Oh yeah, you were going to change over, and it was going to be cheaper and
Yeah.
more stable and stuff.
And I read up on them. Apparently they're terrible in this area. They're worse than Comcast.
Oh really? Are you with Comcast at the moment?
Yeah, so Donna's like, oh, what do I do? I can't call them. I went, I'll call them. Right?
Yeah.
I called the bloke. I went, look here, muggins. Right? I'm a wizard. You're a mogul. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be taking this service, and we're going to think about it a little bit longer because I'm the Voldemort, and
Yeah.
you're one of those people that died doing the first time Harry Potter had the scar on his head when he was a baby. Right? Huh? No, so I called him out and I went, look, we thought we wanted the service, now we've decided we're not.
Yeah.
Right? Is there any particular reason why? Yes. Do you want to talk about it? No. I'll tell you the next time if we buy it. Bye-bye. Thank you. Sayonara. Get lost.
Yeah.
Put your head down the toilet. You know, whatever. I
I
just...
love it when you go, I'm not interested. Would you like to talk about it? No. Well, why? It's like, because I don't. Stop off.
You should hear me when I ask me to spell. They go, Malk, can you please spell... They say, can you please spell, I don't know, your password. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like that. Let's say Malcolm. I'll go,
Yeah.
M for Martin. A for arsehole. Right? L for liquor. Right? C for O for original, you know. And they go, what did you say? And I go, you asked me to spell it out. I'm spelling it out where you'll know.
Yeah.
You know? And then my dad used to always look at me and go, a real thing I have about doing these weird things. There's habits, you know? So, yeah,
You just like to get a reaction, that's what it is.
I do. Oh.
What's up? Yeah, because you just had the dentist.
Yeah, my mouth feels a little bit. You know when your teeth feel like they're moving a bit.
Oh, I hate that.
That's what my anyone feels since I got cleaned.
Mm.
Since I got cleaned. It's
Oh, it's
horrible.
even worse when they clean them. I find that they clean them or something, and then all of a sudden it just feels like they're all moving all the time. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, make it stop.
Yeah, it's really horrible. So yeah, I went to the dentist, everybody, and apparently I need to get a filling when they put a filling in originally, but they
Yeah.
didn't take it out and put another filling in there, even though they said reckon they were keeping an eye on it for months. If that's the case, why didn't they do it in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't understand that. You
It
know,
should have been noted down and stuff, but you know.
I'm just getting the YouTube page up because I forgot about it.
Yeah, I've been checking it, but there's nothing.
Oh,
So.
okay. We've been chatting about it, that's all right. Yeah, oh, hello. Open there. Hello?
Hello? Oh, you
Hello?
frozen?
Can you hear me? Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
I froze for a minute. That was really weird. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
just
doing.
froze like you look like you were posing for a catalogue.
Oh, the hunky me, yeah? Oh, it's freezing
The
up
hunts
again.
of YouTube. I got
I'm
really
go-
bad feedback though.
you got me bad feedback.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you keep it on YouTube because I think my internet's playing up a bit. Is that all right?
Yeah. Let me do what?
I said I'm going to let you keep checking YouTube because I think my
Oh yeah,
internet's
I'll keep
playing up.
checking. Yeah, I'll keep checking YouTube.
You don't mind?
No, that's fine.
All right. Right.
You're just like playing with your teeth now. It's not...
I'm trying to get this. I found my old Apple earphones. You remember the old ones
Oh yeah.
with the metal? I
Yeah.
remember I was. There we go. Let's see if they work again. Because my new iPhone 5 ones, they don't. They've got like the wires sticking out.
Right.
So I was going to buy some new ones, but if these work, hello,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfectly clear. That's good.
Oh nice.
I can look like a knob now, not.
Yeah, you look like an Apple.
So I've been thinking about what games I'm going to pick up,
Oh yeah. Yeah, 'cause
and
you just did you got more games than that recently, didn't you? So.
yeah, I'm gonna pick up Portal 2
Yay.
to play with anyone but you because I know you need that. I'm gonna play it before I play with you, so you don't get that
Yeah, and then
trophy.
so I don't get the trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You play it with Donna, so she gets a trophy and I don't. Just
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play with Alex because he doesn't need the trophy, and he's gonna be like, "What? I don't want to play this."
yeah.
No. But seriously, I'm gonna get Portal 2 because I know you want the trophy.
Oh, don't get it just because of that. I
No,
think you'll
I want.
enjoy it. It's a
I
bit.
want to
If you
play.
don't mind puzzle games, it's.
Yeah, I hate puzzle games. Anything that tests my mind. Yeah.
I'll just tell you how to do them all.
No, seriously, I want to get the game because it does look good.
Yeah.
And I thought it'd benefit us both then because you'll get the trophy and then I can.
Yeah, and you'll get trophy. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get the Horizon 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Resident Evil 5 and 6.
Oh, excellent. Oh, we can play those together.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get the Army of 2 games.
Oh, awesome.
Have you guys had a chance to see Centurion yet? You are missing out if you haven't.
No. What?
Centurion.
Is that a movie or a TV series?
I've heard of it.
The problem is some of these stuff come out and you're like, oh, I've heard of it, and then it turns out it's something different to what you thought it was.
Well, it's like you look up Centurion and you get things like Centipedian, and you're like, oh, is that it? And you're like, no, it can't be.
Oh, Big John's here. Hi, Big John.
Big John.
Big Bad John.
I think that's John
He says,
Quinn.
hi, guys. How do you rate CEX for prices and overall value?
Do you want to answer that first?
I don't really buy there enough. I've bought some stuff there. Some stuff you get there is quite still quite pricey, like for secondhand stuff. And sometimes the quality is quite good. Sometimes you'll get discs that are like either new or like new. I've never had a bad experience with CX, but I know it's different, like what you've had in America. But I've not had, like I say, I got my Wii Fit board there, and it was all boxed and everything, and it was only £25. So, and it's still working. So, it differs. I think sometimes it depends what you're after. Because I saw Firefly in there once, and the box was a bit battered, but they were still charging £10 for it, and I was like, that's a bit. I know it's a whole series, but it's still only, considering how battered the box was. I didn't think it was. This was before I got the box set myself. I think it's better than cash converters. If I think it's different. I don't know what you shop there more.
I like
you
how
have more.
what I like about it was you started off really confident.
Yeah.
Then you went, oh, I don't know. Then you went back to confident, and then you went, okay, over to you. It was just really funny.
I
Anyway.
think from as with even like brand new stuff shops, sometimes the quality is different, depending store to store and time to time kind of thing. So
Well,
I'm going to look up that Centurion while you're answering.
well, John might be a little bit upset with us because he said it's the movie with Michael Fassbender that he told us about a month ago.
Oh, I do apologise, John. Still don't know what it is.
John, I will make sure to watch it for you by next week. Just for you, I will do a review just to apologise for not seeing it in over a month. If it's available to buy.
Netflix. I'll have a nosy on Netflix.
If it's not new, that is, and it's, not out.
Oh, look, Dominic West's in it.
Oh, from The Wire. But anyway, going back to CEX. Big John, you see, I'm a CEX vet. I went CEX the moment it came out. And I used to buy games in their movies, all sorts of things. I think their mobile phones X are really overpriced.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to games and movies and that, you have to wait for the right period. A game might be in there for 38, but it'll go down eventually. But I don't pick up the games unless they're old now, because the chances of them being cheap are very unlikely for the next 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Movie-wise, when a movie comes in England, it'll probably start about 15, 12 quid.
Yeah.
If you wait maybe 3 to 6 weeks, it's normally about 6 quid. Unless it's an absolute flop and they've got tons of them, like Harry Potter. When they had those of them, it ended up £2.50.
Oh, yeah.
So I think their prices are quite reasonable for the right things. If they have things in like world cinema, sometimes it's not appropriately priced because they're like, oh, we can get more for this. In America, their prices are fantastic. Like, I got Mike and Molly season 2 for $3.50 when it's like $29 set.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I got
like the NCISs and stuff.
Yeah. And I got my NCISs in there for a $5 when they're about $14 to $20 each. So the American one's a lot better, especially if you cut it in half for what the pound is.
Yeah.
Because that would be about what, £1.80.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But my recent stuff I picked up, might as well show it here now, is Continuum.
Oh, nice.
And Da Vinci's Demons.
Oh, I've not seen Da Vinci's Demons.
It's great. I like Da Vinci's Demons. That was the chair, not my bum.
Centurion's not on Netflix, so
there's a YouTube link, but we'll have to check that after because
it's for the trailer. It's for the.
We'll have to check it out later because if the sound goes onto the thing,
we're having technical problems. So.
Issues, but we will check it as soon as we're finished, John. And what was I going to say? So CEX is a good shop, but the staff are always terrible.
Yeah. You seem to have lots of problems with.
And if you buy from the internet CEX, forget it.
Oh, really? Is their website really shit?
Well, I've had this come sticky stuff on with cocaine smothered on it.
God. Yeah.
Where the inside, the inlay bit.
Yeah.
That bit. It's been all cut up into small squares and placed in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would people do this?
See, the thing is I buy a lot of stuff on like eBay and Amazon, so I don't often go in the shops for buying. So.
Yeah. I bought. I got some other stuff coming. I've got. And I've forgotten.
Oh yeah, because you were saying about the games and that you were buying.
Yeah, I've got my model. I've got my 3 Call of Duties, my 3 Batmans, my Saints Row the 3rd, and Mafia 2, and Video Nasty's Part 2.
Oh, right, yeah.
But get this, it's going to take a week for the bloody thing to get here.
You're kidding.
Yeah, Amazon sent the Da Vinci's Demons that same thing within 3 days.
Yeah.
The other stuff is going to take till Friday to get here.
Is it coming from a private seller as opposed to Amazon?
No, it's coming from Amazon.
What?
And it was shipped on Friday. So a whole week. I thought we were past all this rubbish.
Yeah, well, you know what? I ordered something from Forbidden Planet and it still hasn't turned up. So.
What was it?
Oh no, it was just um X-Files graphic novels.
Ooh. I saw a couple in half-price books the other day for $12 each,
Oh really?
hardbacks.
Oh yeah.
And I used to read comics all the time.
Yeah.
Now I've got big, massive graphic novels. I'm talking about like 1,000-page ones,
Yeah, that you just haven't gotten to, kind of
and
thing.
I just don't watch them.
Yeah.
Watch them. I
Read
don't
them.
read them, and I don't know why. Well, I do watch them because I can't read really.
Yeah, you just look at the pictures, don't you?
Yeah. When my horror block, what I need to update, I
Yeah.
said that they're putting books. Oh, God. They're putting books in the box, not the box in the books. They're putting the books in the box,
Yeah.
and they're going to make them apparently like Bitten was.
All
And
right.
I said as a joke, I don't think I'll ever read this because unless they've got pictures, I won't read them. You know. Yeah. But Donna's reading the gaming one. You know, I got in the loot crate,
All right. Yeah, yeah.
and she said,
The player one, whatever it
yeah,
was.
she says she's really liking it.
All right. Did
But
you see that they're going to be putting books now in all the nerd blocks?
that's what I just said.
Hmm. I apologise. Sorry. Yeah. You did say sorry. I got distracted. Sorry.
That's
It was
great.
because you were talking about the books, and then I just absolutely zoned out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they're putting books in them, and I'm like, what are they going to put in them? What kind of books?
Well, the problem is as well is they say there's a. I do apologise for that. The problem is they say that like a certain weight is going to be in each box. Well, books can be quite heavy, so they'll be taking up most of the
Well,
box, surely.
I don't think they're going to put anything good in the box. They're probably what they're going to do is they're going to put a whole load of books that they probably got from a big, massive job lot sale thing.
Bloody second-hand books. Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean things like Bitten and that they probably got them from a company that didn't sell them and just sold them or put them in there.
yeah, yeah,
I said to Donna, she can read the book, I'll watch the TV show.
yeah.
You know. John says, how do you guys feel about pirated movies or TV shows?
Down with pirate. No. It's difficult now because we have YouTube. So many stuff, so many things get uploaded, be it illegally or otherwise, onto YouTube. It's so easy to watch stuff now. It's insane to even think. I know stuff is obviously still pirated and stuff, but uh, it's. I mean, obviously it's wrong, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that without sounding like a complete because I know that you've had some pirated stuff. I've had some pirated stuff before. It's I've had some bootleg CDs and that. So I don't. This is a problem with the whole copyright argument on YouTube. Obviously, is it's where you draw the line between people making money off something that's not theirs and using it for creative purposes, if you know what I mean. So I don't know how I feel. I mean, obviously, a lot of pirated stuff, especially when it was in the VHS days, was really bad quality. The first time I saw the Resident Evil movie, that was a pirated DVD. So not by
Well,
choice,
I
but
saw Titanic on pirated VHS.
oh really?
Yeah, I remember watching it.
Yeah,
I was around my nans, and they were all in bed, and I was sitting watching it. And I
yeah,
remember that scene, where they're like this.
yeah.
I remember standing up and going, you know. Um, talk about were you still on the subject, or or do you want,
No,
should I
you
say?
can. I was going to ask you to answer,
Uh,
but I don't agree with it. But I think it has. I think it's a good way of getting some movies out sometimes. Like
oh,
the smaller video movies.
oh. Um, well, in my view, I'm against piracy 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Don't tell anybody, but I download nearly everything now. But anyway. I'm against piracy. You know, I'm against piracy of certain things.
Yeah.
Um, Back in the VHS days, piracy was massive because it was a big part of the, of people. Like I said before about the whole video nasties thing, it was a big part of how people
Yeah.
got older stuff. So it was an iconic thing.
That's what I mean. That's why, like, I'm against piracy, but then we think of times where movies were banned for whatever reason, and piracy was the only way of getting hold of it or something. It's
But now, I think there's no need for piracy. DVDs are cheap enough.
yeah,
I've never understood people. I see it on iOffer all the time because iOffer they sell pirated series and that, don't they?
yeah.
I see it all the
Oh,
time.
really? I don't know. I don't. I
People,
haven't.
people will buy things like Magnum PI, the complete series,
Yeah.
for $50 pirated when you can buy it for 60. Why?
Why? What? You might as well pay the extra 10 and have it legitimate kind of thing.
I understand if it's a series you can't buy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
A good example is, let's say you can't buy the X Factors, right?
Yeah.
People who love that show might want to own them, so you buy
Or
them.
like your EastEnders sets.
Yeah, all these EastEnders sets,
Yeah.
which reminds me, I need to buy some more of that soon. But things like that, I understand people buying pirated off because there's no way of getting them any other way.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
But something like, I don't know, say like wrestling DVDs of events that have been on, you can buy them officially. Why would you want them without the case? To me, sometimes the case is the most important thing. Throw the disc out, keep the case,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't get why people want to pay for piracy now. You can get pirated Blu-rays because I've done it. I've got pirated wrestling and pirated boxing Blu-rays.
Yeah.
But Blu-ray was meant to stop piracy.
Yeah.
So I think that's all about, the piracy thing is all about, because you can download boxing and all that.
Yeah.
But I do download things like, I had the My Family series, but instead of buying it, I downloaded the first 7 seasons because I was like, I have to import it from England, or I've paid for series 1 and 2 for $50 each over here, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it to watch it. I'm probably going to end up buying the series from England.
Yeah.
It's only 20 odd quid, for the whole lot. But I don't know. Piracy was iconic when VHS was out.
Back in the 80s.
And other than
90s.
that, now it's not.
See, I don't even think about it now because, like you say, we have so much to our fingertips now, be it online or be it on, like you say, cheap DVDs. Blu-rays are relatively cheap and stuff like that. It's difficult for me to imagine even piracy happening now. I know obviously it does, but I'm just saying it's, like you say, I think when I think of piracy, I think of those dodgy adverts at the beginning of VHSs where with the guy and the poker, he's like, I'm a pirate.
And the bit where the boat were going about the age thing, and you go, thanks for listening.
Yeah, exactly. Piracy is a crime. It's
but
like,
I don't think John was talking about piracy. I think he was talking about pirates stealing TV shows.
Yeah.
Like in Jamaica and stuff, the ones who were on the sea.
Oh yeah, like Sea Shepherd.
I think they should do that because I think that's freedom of will. Unless I'm on the ship, then they shouldn't do it.
No, yeah.
We've got Alex says, how are you both doing? Hello, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
He says, my contest winner bid has just uploaded.
Ah, finally.
Yes, and Tash won, didn't you? You entered and you
won.
won.
Even though I didn't enter. Yeah, I won just for not entering. And that's why.
I know one. I know one right now.
It was you after calling everybody twats.
No, it was Gig Legion, I reckon one. Without even looking. I bet that's the person who won. I've got bets on it. Everybody put bets on. Bets. Hey, think about it, Alex. If Kelly had won, you could have found out where she lived. Then you could have turned up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Who's this? Matuz Raza says hi. Hi. If I said that wrong, I apologise.
I think they turned up once before. I could be wrong. Hi.
I like that name. Razor.
Yeah.
So, the new series of Wentworth comes on soon.
I've not seen that.
You haven't seen Wentworth. You've seen Prisoner Cell Block H, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Basically, it's a reimagined version of that, basically.
Oh, is it like an American version?
No, it's Australian.
Oh, it is Australian? Oh, okay.
It's from the Soho channel. I love that name, the
Oh.
Soho Channel. I'm going to go. I'm going to go down to Soho. What, in London? No, the Channel.
Oh, the channel, yeah.
So yeah.
Could be better. They could have called it the red light channel or something.
Oh dear. I think there is a one called that.
Probably.
But yeah, so that's coming on soon, which is quite interesting because it's a really good prison drama.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the original Prison Cell Block? It's kind of
Yeah.
like that, you know. It's
All right. Yeah.
it can be very dark, but also very good.
Right. All right.
I
Cool.
keep
Yeah.
trying to get a copy of the whole collection of Prison Cell Block H and the big massive briefcase.
Yeah.
It's over 700 discs and it costs about 600 pounds.
Oh
I
yeah.
keep trying to get one because I want it so I can watch through it. Yeah.
I
Is
always
it?
want to see Oz because I've heard that's really dark.
Oh, Oz. Oh, what, the prison show?
Yeah.
There's a great scene in that where at the beginning of the show, right?
Yeah.
There's a guy in it and he's like a new fish, and the guy cuts a swastika in his bum,
Yeah.
right? And the guy's so logical. It's like this. "Ugh." And then he gets psycho, and there's this bloke where he goes, "Oh, you're the fish you like sucking, didn't you?" And he goes, so he gets the bloke to go down him, and it's like, right? And then the bloke goes like this, it's so good to see it pour on the floor and everything.
Really. I think it
Yeah.
is on Netflix. I keep wanting to see it. So, but I've
I've
heard
only,
it's really good and really
I've,
dark.
I've only ever seen the first two series,
Right.
because I'm a big fan of HBO shows.
Yeah.
I talk about HBO shows. The Wire's officially now coming out on Blu-ray.
Oh, it is.
It's going to cost $200, and I've got the 5 seasons on DVD, so I'm going to have to get rid of them and get the Blu-ray, and then not watch it for another 6 years.
Yeah, I was going to say like your supernatural stuff and every
Yeah.
other
Well,
box set.
I want Oz to come out on Blu-ray next,
Yeah.
because I begrudge buying things like 6 Feet Under because I know they will. You
Yeah,
know?
that's the annoying thing. You see these box sets or even some stuff that still hasn't come out on DVD, and you're like, oh, my only way of getting it is, be it even pirate or VHS, and you're like, but I want it on DVD. Why?
Well, well, a good example of this is the sleepaway camps. The DVDs
Yeah.
went oop, out of print,
Yeah.
and the first one came out blue from Screen Factory.
Yeah.
Number 2 and 3 are coming on separate Blu-rays, I think in June, with DVDs. I'm sitting there going, I honestly thought this would be a double pack where they'd have the two, on one disc.
Yeah.
But they haven't. It really gobsmacked me because I was like, this is the type from which I expect to be 2 on one disc.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I had to laugh. Talking about sleep, it's not kind of, it is kind of connected. Saying about Sleepaway Camp, so I was going through that list that Gareth posted with the 40 most disturbing images and movie bits and stuff like that. And I was like, how sad is that? That a lot of the most goriest things didn't even bother me. And yet, to this day, still, like, the hobbling in Misery or the needle pit in Saw are the most disturbing things for me.
Yeah. Let's face it, the needle pit in Saw, because it was in Saw 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That didn't bother me at all.
Really?
I was actually laughing throughout the whole scene. Needle in you.
Oh, no, that creeped me out. But a lot of the other stuff that was on that list, I was just like, yeah, that don't bother me.
To be honest, that pit bit, the slow motion with the screaming,
Yeah.
As for you said the shin bit in Misery, didn't you?
Yeah, the foot bit where she hobbles him. Yeah.
I love that scene because I think that scene's so realistic.
Yeah. It
It's
just absolutely makes me cringe.
It's so the sound and the way the thing goes.
Yeah, it just flaps.
I love that film. This is one of my favourite films. I've always said my mum's just like the character in that film. I've always told her that, and she's always like, "Be careful, your shins might get broken."
When she turns around and says she's your number one fan, you got to worry.
I actually said that years ago. Well, we've got some comments. We've got all over here now. I could see you in the big black beard hat and a thicker beard, Malcolm. You would rule the 7 seas. LOL. Oh dear. Let me. John again says, "Shit, Malcolm, the why is great. It is. It's awesome." Alex said, "How did you guess?" I'm guessing it means about Geeky Legion.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
If it is Geeky Legion, I'm right. That's going to be amazing,
That
isn't it?
must be, for him to say, how did you guess, must mean that's confirmed.
Well, it just shows. It was set up after all.
Yeah.
Tash, you'll be getting a special gift from me. Oh, that's nice,
Oh, yeah.
Alex. Yeah. An Xbox One, which you'd love from you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. An Elgato game capture, that would be the best.
Will you be getting Sleepaway Camp 2 on Blue Rizzle? What about number 3? 2 and 3 are coming out. I will be buying both of them because, you know, me, I like to complete my horror collection.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'll probably be buying that because I've got some other things. I've got the Bronx trilogy coming out when it comes out. Have you ever seen that?
What was that? Say again?
The Bronx trilogy.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
They're very post-apocalyptic movies. They're very Italian.
Yeah. I think I've got one of them on VHS.
Nice. And I bought, see, what it was, at one point I was collecting all the Shameless titles.
Yeah.
And they had one in CEX, the Stilton, which at the time was worth about 50 quid because it was out of print. And they had it in the store for 6 quid. And I was like, cha-ching, I'm going to go get it. Well, long story in, I got it, lost it on the train, got it again, lost it in a cinema, found it again the next day, and lost it on the bus.
No way.
Seriously?
You were just...
I lost it 3 times. How could I lose something which was so important to me on that day? And then I found it again because the guy called out and they went, "It's in our thing." I was like, "How many people did not?" I can't believe people didn't take it.
God, yeah. Oh, I've had that though with like even a camera. I lost my camera on the train, and I contacted the train people, and it turned out it had been turned into lost and found. I was like, bloody hell, digital camera being turned in.
I never forget when I was younger. I lost my wallet.
Yeah.
And it had no money, but it had a £200 credit note. Right.
Ah, right, yeah.
For Game Station. That shows how dated that is now.
Yeah, yeah.
Get this.
Back when they existed.
And they said, the people said, when they asked me what was in it and stuff, you know, because they have to make sure it's your wallet.
Yeah.
Right, and I said £200 Game Station voucher.
Yeah.
Or credit note. And I went, yeah, it was in there. And I was like,
nobody wanted to buy any games.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Oh, we have a question from Big John.
Big John. Yeah.
What's the one thing you miss about the VHS days? Mine's the video rental stores as a kid.
I'll tell you what I miss. I miss the lines, the beautiful lines, where when you watch the tape so much, you get this bit where just at a good point the line would fuzz, and then you get this big fuzzy bit, and it'd come back in and out. Do you remember that?
Yes, because I've got it on a good number of my X-Files videos. You know, and
Yeah,
I can always tell the scenes that I've clearly watched too many times, because that's when they go...
Exactly, and that's what used to happen to me with my ninja films.
Yeah.
Because I used to have martial arts
Just
films.
for you watching the fight scenes and that over and over.
Yeah. I remember having SummerSlam 1990 on VHS recorded. I think that's the one where Ultimate War and Hulk Hogan go against Colonel Mustafa and what was the other one? General Odnod, was it? And Sergeant Slaughter. I think that's the one. It might be. Was it 90 or 91? It was one of them. And obviously 89. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point was, I remember watching that, and every time I put it in, there'd be fuzz right on the bit where he did the leg drop. Right? And I'd always get so frustrated because I'd be like, oh no, I've watched it too many times. Another one was Angel, funny enough, season 1.
Yeah.
Because I used to lie on the sofa, because at the time the cats had peed on my bed.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I'd watch TV till I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And every time I always missed one episode of Angel, so I'd always put it on. Yeah. And because I didn't believe in fast forwarding through, because I knew that made it worse.
Yeah, you'd watched the episode before, kind of thing. Yeah.
And I'd always fall asleep, so I always had it there. But I do miss the video rental stores. I miss the smell of them, the dust. I miss the look of them. I miss the people in those like Blockbuster shirts looking at you like, Oh, I don't care, but we rented the VHS. Yeah, man. You know, and all that. That's what I miss. My dream as a kid, other than being a minister, was to work in Blockbuster.
I miss it. Yeah, that would be awesome. Can you imagine? You just be the fountain of knowledge.
Okay, mate, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? What I want to get some. You don't want to get that film.
No, you don't want to get that. That's rubbish. No, but you will want this. If you get this, it's much better.
Because we could have the JJJ section, the JJJ section, and
Yeah.
put loads of stuff in it. You know, mate.
Yeah, all the
What's the
rubbish can
what is
go
the
there.
JJJ section for? That's utter crap.
Yeah, that's the utter shit that nobody else wants. But can you imagine? I miss the bargain bin, the ex rental
Oh,
bins.
yeah.
Wading through those and finding some gems. I always miss like going in the store and you'd see them up on the shelves. And I know obviously you go in some places like Tesco's and that, and you do see them. But I just loved the way they were always spaced out neatly on the shelving and stuff like. They weren't all crammed together usually. And like you said, even like if they were like stocked with their vines showing out, they just had such nice artwork and that they look nice, so you could look along the sides. So
Well, I remember the time where I'd go because me and my mum bought Scary Movie on VHS when it first
yeah.
came out, and it was a rental copy before the film was actually officially released.
Mm.
£15.99. Now they're worth 5p, right? Unless you got a really rare one, right?
Yeah.
So I remember going in Blockbuster with my mum, and we'd really look, and I'd be like, "Oh, look at this! Yeah, we move it. We bought it."
Yeah.
And now I always think about how the VHS days were so beautiful and precious,
Yeah.
and we never really appreciate it as much as we should have.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Because we live in a world now where, John. Anyway, I'll read that in a minute. But I feel like we really missed out on it because we should have appreciated it more because now we know everything that's out. We can look on Amazon, we can look on Blu-ray.com, see what Blu-rays are out, and there's no amazing chance of finding something.
Yeah. I know we've said it before, but I even miss the having to wait a year or more for a movie to come out, after it had been out at the cinema. It sounds really silly, but there was an anticipation, of waiting for it to come out, whereas now it's literally out within 2 months, and then there's no real, there's not the same excitement of waiting for it to be released as there is now for.
Well, now you can get something like John Wick in like a month or two, so what's the point of going to the cinema?
Yeah, exactly.
People go to me, you're going to go to the cinema, watch this. No, I'll wait for it to come out because it'll be almost the same price.
Yeah, exactly.
If I go to the cinema, I get some popcorn, a hot dog, and a drink, it's the same price as buying the movie.
It's more expensive than buying it brand new, yeah, exactly.
If I buy the movie and I don't like it, and it's a new movie, and I'm one of those people that gets rid of movies, which I don't believe in, I could get basically nearly most of my money back.
Yeah.
As I go to the cinema, I hate it. Walk out, nothing back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I bet Malcolm spent most of his time in the area in the video store that was behind the curtain. Well, you know what? There was a few times. I remember looking in the adult section.
Oh my God, Alex, seriously.
And I remember finding some classics there.
Yeah.
And Alex says, will you be buying Slash exclusive on the My DVD Rentals Reviews Rental.com? Now, question for you, Alex, is this. Is this an exclusive cover with the guy's head on it as well? Right? With a blade stuck in the head?
Yeah.
Or is this just the original kind of version? Because if it's the original version, I might not buy it. I want that special one.
Yeah.
What a question.
Oh, well, how much are you being paid, Alex, to ask that?
What about you? Would you buy it exclusively from the website?
No, I think I'll be here.
Oh dear. But yeah, people. I think we obsess over VHSs and the old times now because we didn't appreciate it at the time.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, let's look at like Alex for example. Alex got a 4K TV and 4K player, right?
Yeah,
Which is great. But at the same time, because it's gone before the 4Ks come out, there's not really that much to look forward to because you'll be able to just buy the discs as they come out,
yeah,
right? Which means, unlike the whole VHS and that, it's not going to be fine. It's going to be, oh, that one's out. I can pick that one up right now off the shelf.
yeah,
You know, and I think that's what ruins it. When the VHS player first came out, it was the biggest thing.
exactly.
You know, I recently watched a documentary called Rewind This,
Oh yeah,
and it was about a man in Japan, and there was a man in Japan, he was going on about ninja movies. About VHS was great because you could put a ninja on the cover, and there didn't have to be any ninjas in the movie.
yeah,
You know, I was like, they still don't have DVD.
yeah.
Right? But yeah, it was interesting because you had these collectors, and this one bloke went on about how he was such a VHS collector. Yeah, behind him he had none. He had Blu-rays, and I was like, what? If you think about your VHS collector, don't have the
No,
Blu-rays.
you don't have any.
You know, he had two on the shelf, and I was like,
Well, we know there's people that consider like 10 like a collection, you know. So
oh yeah.
that was probably his interpretation. Two VHSs meant that he had a collection.
That's a bit warped, Malcolm. That's from John. I wonder if it's talking. I think it's talking about the slashers thing. Exclusive with posters signed by the cast. That's a shame. Hello? Oh, you're there. I thought you froze then. Yeah,
No,
signed by the cast and crew. No, I don't like that. Talking about Kickstarter, by the way.
oh yeah,
Not much also. There was a thing where you could. Now, you know, Don's a big fan of anime.
yeah.
Somebody was making anime and they needed funding for it. Right?
All right, yeah.
And if you funded it, there were certain tiers, you know, they have.
Oh yeah,
And
they
one
did.
of
Yeah.
them was have a character of your choice in the anime with
Oh
your
yeah,
voice, right?
yeah.
So what I did was I contributed because I thought, wow, this sounds good. Donna
Oh yeah,
can be
yeah.
a
Nice.
voice in the game as herself,
Yeah,
not the game in the anime.
in the anime. Yeah,
And I thought this is the best thing I could ever get Donna. Right?
yeah.
So I
She
told them,
wouldn't want to do it. She wouldn't want to do the voice, would she? She'd be
I've,
scared.
no,
Shy.
so I've been practicing. Hello there, yeah, it's me. Oh,
Poor Donna.
I'll still be like a toddler at Christmas buying my first 4K Blu-ray. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you, Alex. It's a different generation thing, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Alex has probably got VHSs, but the VHS weren't a big part of his life, were they?
No.
You know, you got to think Alex was born in what,
After
1999?
they were all gone. Yeah, yeah. After
19
VHS were extinct.
I think Alex was actually born in 1996. I think I might be right. If so, VHSs were
Yeah, I
practically.
think it's 96 because that's his YouTube gamer.
I mean, don't get me wrong, VHS was still out, but they weren't a big part of life by the time,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh no, yeah, they're not in the same way.
Yeah. I remember having my ninja films on VHS. I remember touching the covers, looking at them, going, "This is so beautiful." Having them on the shelf and just.
I just remember the horror VHSs that my parents kept in the cupboard, you know, like out of sight, so that, you know, the little kid, we wouldn't see them, kind of thing. And you know, then when my dad let me see my first horror movie, you know, before I was 18 and stuff, and you know, it was one of these big old ex-rental boxes and stuff. It's
Hey, hold on, he stopped you from watching horror movies until you were almost 18.
No, the first time I saw a horror movie, I was about, you know, like an 18 rated horror movie. I must have been about 15, 16.
Wow.
But he knew my parents were very, very, like, Puritan in a way. And they, you know, there was no swear. It was all right for them to swear, but their kids weren't allowed to swear and stuff like that. And, you know, they could watch horrific stuff, but we weren't allowed to see anything, and my mum particularly was very against me watching the X-Files. Like I say, when we had a poltergeist problem in our house, she always said it was my X-Files video and horror collections. So
I think she was right.
yeah, it was all my fault. Nothing to do with everything else that was going on.
I put X-Files on Netflix the other day, and all of a sudden things start wobbling in the air, like woo.
But they had horror films, and my dad knew, because I read a lot of Stephen King and Richard Lehman and other horror books, and I was I loved my thrillers, like 15 rated thrillers. So he said, "Oh, well, do you want to try a horror movie? One of these 18 rated movies?" And I think. I can't remember. I think one of my first ones was Return of the Living Dead and From Beyond. So,
ooh, From the Beyond.
I love From Beyond. I'm a big fan of Jeffrey Combs, who's the guy in it. So,
do you know what? To me, that film and the Reanimator, they've got almost the same cast in them.
Yeah, exactly. They are pretty much the same cast.
I do love Jeffrey Combs and the thing pops out.
Mm.
I remember getting that on Blu-ray. I watched it and going, I like how the other side can make women want to wear like leather outfits and be practically nude when they have sex.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ghostbusters too, with her all in the...
Yeah, that's what it was like. If this is what demonic stuff... This is what demonic stuff's like, we need more of it around women. Can you imagine the amount of women walking down the street in Leatherman? Like,
God!
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to work on a plan to get the demonic world in here.
To get people in spandex and leather type thing.
Aye, it doesn't take much to get you and me in it, does it?
Oh my God! I showed Donna that video of us slapping each other with the dildo bats, and it was so funny. I was just like, no, she didn't enjoy it as much. I said, no, seriously, you had to be there. I said, because we were just...
That was great. And straight after having to beat up some furries too, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was just, for people who don't know, so you go to this pervy club, and Donna was like, but there's other mission where you've got the furries. I was like, I know, but you're at this pervy club, and then there's this furry bent over in a corner. I was just like, fuck you, perv, get a better fetish, But we, for those who don't know, we finished the game, didn't we?
Yeah, we finished the game, and you know what? Tash said it's now her favourite game ever in the world. She said this game is better than the whole X-Files series put together. And I have to admit, this is Tash's words exactly. I have to admit, if I've never had to play this game with you, Mal, I would never understand the perfect gaming essence that I was missing in my life.
Oh, I can't believe how I went through life without that game, just seriously.
I tell you that ending was horrendously bad.
The ending is... You know what, this is my main problem with a lot of the AAA games recently. Their endings have been so underdone, so, unthought out. It's ridiculous.
Well, they set up for a sequel, didn't they, with Jane Austen?
Yeah, that was stupid as well. My God. And that's how I meant the Saints. It's just like... but I don't get that whole, we're going to get the humans back and that, and then there's a random dancing scene.
And then Zinyak doing the worm.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, whatever.
Well,
but you know what, because I was doing the extra bits, to get the clusters and that, and I picked up some of the audio logs. And it's got the Julius ones, and of course I was listening, and I was like, oh my God, that is Keith David. I can't believe, he sounds exactly the same as Julius as he does as himself.
I told you, didn't I?
Why would you have him doing, being himself in it when you're already doing a character?
I told you it was Julius, didn't I? When you said that voice sounds familiar, I said, it's Julius when they were talking.
Yeah.
I don't... I gotta admit, we've ruined the ending for everybody, but it's not worth it. All right.
It's not worth it.
We're going to be playing Get Out of Hell eventually, which is the
Yeah,
side thing. But the game itself of Saints Row 4, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10
yeah.
because it's fun and it's great and all, but it's practically rubbish at the same time.
It's a laugh. I mean, I can't imagine playing it on my own because I mean, I've been trying to do a couple of bits to get those to finally get it to register the fact that we completed Johnny Gat and Asher. And some of those bits on your own are impossible. You know, like fending off the Zin and stuff. It's really difficult. But I can imagine it being quite a lot of a grind if you played a whole story on your own.
Yeah, I'm thinking about skipping the plat on it.
Oh, no, you won't because you're so close. You've got like 90% or something.
I'm thinking about skipping the plat on it. I can't do some of the stuff on it. It's near impossible for me.
Yeah, you won't skip.
I'm skipping.
It's the challenges that are going to be the annoying bit.
I'm gonna give it a good shot, but
Yeah,
I might end up at 98% or so.
I think it's going to be one of those games because it's really a really big grind. You know, like we're doing the weapons and doing the special power kills and stuff like that. And but yeah, I'm finding that it's just I love the bits that ripped off other bits, like the Metal Gear, like the Streets of Rage, like some of the other bits. But other than that, a lot of it's really annoying and tedious. It was a good laugh. There was a lot of very random stuff in it, but I feel like it went a long way away from what it had been. I felt it went too far away from what it had been.
Well, I'd rather have Saints Row 1 and 2 back again because I liked it when they went against street gangs. I like the aliens and stuff because I love Zinyak.
I love Zinyak. Is an amazing.
I prefer the old things. I don't like the mech suit challenges. I don't like having to try and hit balls into things and try and get like the telekinesis ball thing. How the hell am I supposed to do that?
How are you supposed to get gold on that? I do not know.
You know, and I don't want to sound horrible about the game or anything, but I don't want to sit for 4 hours trying to get one challenge done.
Yeah. Oh my God, we've got Last Avenger and Cass have turned up into the YouTube. But Big John asked, do you remember the Superbit DVDs
I don't.
for improved picture quality?
Do you?
No, I don't.
I remember Superbit like it was yesterday.
What was Superbit?
Superbit was like this special kind of DVD which supposed to have improved picture. Hong Kong Legends had it with Phyllis Hyena, and they had it with, I think it was Hand of Death. Yeah. And you had like Bad Boys and that, and Ghostbusters kind of thing. I can't remember the exact titles, but you had ones like that. And all it did was it had like this kind of grey bit at the top, or it had a clear bit with Superbit at the top.
Yeah.
To me, it never really made that much of a difference. A bit like 4K on a Blu-ray player. You know how they have the 4K Blu-rays? A bit like that, it's a tiny improvement.
Right, yeah.
Not perfect.
Nothing much, yeah.
But I had a few of them, and mostly martial arts ones, and they're not that impressive. I've actually got Phyllis Hyena, the Superbit, actually on an ISO on my hard drives.
Right, yeah.
And I actually own the Blu-ray as well, and the Blu-ray looks better, but the Blu-ray is a DVD upscale.
Ah, right, yeah.
So it's kind of
because Big John, I don't know if it's connected, but he said I remember Warner Home videotapes were £60 when first released. Enter the Dragon, Mad Max, etc.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, they were really expensive back in the day, the VHSs.
Yeah.
But I was lucky. I wasn't around that time.
No.
I was a wee lad. I think I was a baby because when tapes first came out, I wasn't even born. I was born in '88, wasn't I? So.
Yeah.
But I remember paying £20 for a VHS, £20-30.
I remember £15-20 for a VHS, but Last Avenger says hello, how are we? And Cass says evening guys, just got home, hope you're both okay.
Oh, I just got home, eh? Where were you? Were you by any chance in bed? Yeah, that was quite good. I like that.
That was very good. Yes.
Anyway, John says cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Do you guys remember the horrible horror movie Chud?
I've
I
heard
guess
of Chud, but I don't think I ever saw it.
I've heard of Chud and I've heard of cannibalistic humanoid, but never underground dwellers. I
That is
know
what Chud
Chud.
is.
Is that what Chud is?
That's what it stands for. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that just shows you how much I don't know. I think there's a Chud 1 and 2.
Oh, is it?
But I know I could get them from Germany, from what I saw, but I don't. I've never seen them.
No.
And Alex says I only have 15 to 20 or so, with most of the child films. You've got films of children. Oh.
Oh yeah, according to police. You're a 70s
But
entertainer.
but I do have Sex Lives of the Potato Men on VHS. So basically, what Alex is saying is he's got videos of children.
Yeah,
And he likes watching
porn.
and he likes watching fat men get in sex scenes with really skinny men like Mackenzie Cook.
It's like Mr. Potato Head porn, sounds like.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I remember watching the film back in the day. I had it on DVD. I bought it for £1.50 from Cash Converters. And I watched it and think to myself, oh my word. I laughed at it. I thought it was quite a funny film. But I remember afterwards just thinking, yeah, it's one of those films I'd watch once.
Yeah. See, I haven't bought a movie from Cash Converters since I bought Mr. Murder there. So.
Oh, your favourite best film, eh? Mr. Murder. The times Tash talks about that.
Oh, that's what I go on and on about. It just.
I won't be surprised if when you talk about X-Files soon, you'll be going, just like Mr. Murder. X-Files.
You know what? I'm going to get a poster or something and just stick it up, just like as a joke.
You should. Mr. Murder poster in the background. And then if you ever meet Stephen Baldwin, you can get him to sign it. And it can be like
God.
one new thing.
Oh my God.
I love Mr. Murder. Here you go. What do you want me to put? I love Mr. Murder.
Mr. Murder is the worst movie ever. Actually, it's not the worst movie ever, but it's close. To be fair, it is a TV movie. That's no excuse. But
to be fair, what I used to like about your reviews was the trailers at the beginning.
I know. I had to. You know what? I love doing that, but I had to stop doing it because I kept getting copyright notices. So it kept they kept getting deleted and stuff, and I had to stop because I didn't want. Also, not all DVDs have trailers on them, but I just had to stop because I didn't want to lose my channel just because of bloody trailers. So
I think it's ridiculous. How can a trailer be copyrighted?
Yeah.
A trailer,
also,
surely.
Again, I'm advertising the freaking movie.
If you're as big as people like PewDiePie, you get away with that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're a little channel in their eyes, you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Which annoys me because I think putting a trailer at the beginning of your review is like promoting the company because it always says the company name on it.
Yeah, exactly. It says the company name on it. It says all anybody involved in it at the end of it and stuff. I saw adding the trailers as one. It was a good way of showing clips and advertising it. But also, like I say, I'm not showing actual movie bits. I'm not taking bits from the movie. I'm just showing what everybody else is putting across the internet, advertising-wise.
You know what you should do? You want to get away with it and put clips in your videos.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you need to do. Here we go, right? What you need to do is you need to make them black and white, right?
Oh, yeah, just reverse it.
And then when people talk, you need to do the voice instead. So, if they go, hello, Sam, how are you? And you go, hello, Sam, how you doing? Yeah. And that's out on the thing. And then you'll go over it. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Hello, Sam, what are you doing? Oh, I'm on the bath. Oh, just be... that'd be awesome.
Exactly. But, I miss doing that. But, with the nightmare I'm going through doing animation at the moment, it reminds me why I don't do it often, because it takes so much work to do. It's just like,
I just want to say something, in case people are wondering why Tash isn't doing the reviews, it's because Tash is focusing on something which is going to be even bigger and better.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, check it out, and then after Tash done the first time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the video, take the front bit off, and I'm going to do my own copy of it, right?
Yeah, you're going to do your own version and add your name
Which
back to
I'm
it.
I'm going to do my own version. It's going to be 1,000 times worse, all right? And then I'm going to go like this throughout the whole video. Hold on, where is it? Where are you? Here it is. I'm going to go like this. Hold on.
Oh, high five.
Alex said, I wanted to watch Mr. Murder after you reviewed it.
Oh, you poor person. Oh, I feel like I should give you a hug. Did you take a tablet for it?
He said he
It
wanted
does
to.
crack me up though when I do some of these reviews, even like when I'm bitching about the X-Files game review, and people are like, "Oh, you've really made me want to go back to this." I'm like, "Why? I'm bitching about it. Why do you now want to go play it or watch it?"
So you mentioned it. I don't ever want to play it.
No, exactly.
Right? I've watched the gameplay of it twice now because I've watched your
I
ones.
know, because you watched it.
I've watched some. I watched these ones, and now I'm like this. Do I want to watch the game? Do I want to play the game? No.
No.
Do I hate this game so much? Yes.
Yeah.
The person in it can't even act properly.
No, yeah, it just cracks me up when I'm like, this is wrong, and it has its moments. But when people are going, oh wow, I'm really enjoying your review. You've really made me want to go back to it. I'm like, you're really missing the point of what I'm trying to say here.
Well, I think your like wanting review thing of the exercise is very detailed and very in depth, and I think that's what a game like that needs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, because I could have just done a quick review, and I was like, that's not going to cover everything that I need to talk to about it.
Well, I know the next game you're going to do is Grim Fandango, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that game is just.
or is it Day of the Tentacle? It's one of them, isn't it?
It's going to be one of those FMV games, just
I know how you're obsessed with them.
But you know what? It's like nobody's commented on our board game playthrough, but can you imagine if somebody watched that and then goes, I really want to go play that board game now? It'd be like, no!
I might comment on it with a big snore fest.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the video, but the bloody board game.
But the board game is just,
This is why I'm so glad I don't live near you, because I would have been like, thank God I don't have to go anywhere near that board game.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Just seeing it in the air would be like.
Yeah, you'd just be like, yeah. I mean, even now I'm just like, I just want to put it in the cupboard and never look at it ever again. It's just.
But being an X-Files fan, you had to have it because it's a part of the X-Files.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, exactly. I was curious as well, but you know.
It's like me. It's like with the Desperate Housewives game. I had to have it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I still think
I was reading something recently where they were talking about how Terry Hatcher did not get on with the rest of the crew, cast and crew. So
that doesn't surprise me. You know, she was the youngest one on the set, wasn't she? She was the youngest one of the cast.
Really? Was she
the
youngest? I would not guess that.
Yeah. She was a lot younger.
Mm.
I think like 10 years younger or something.
Yeah. I never got into Desperate Housewives.
No, you know, I watched every season practically, but I didn't go into it. You know, I watched it because it was there. You know, I can't say I love it, can I?
Last Avenger says, here's one for you. Last Avenger says, have you two played Dying Light yet? Looks a good game.
Dying Light? Where are you? It's not there. Never when you want it in the area.
Never in the, yeah, exactly.
Do you know I have Dying Light? you know, I've got nearly every game on the PS4 now. Nearly every
Oh,
game.
really? Nearly
Yeah.
every PS4 game, yeah.
Yeah, nearly every one. I've got nearly every single one pre-ordered as well.
Yeah.
All because of you, Tash.
Yeah.
You should review some PS4 games. That's from Alex.
I need an Elgato. I mean, I could just do a verbal, but I would like to show clips, and I need a Elgato game capture device. So, and I just can't afford it, especially at the moment.
Alex is going to send you his.
Yeah, if he wants to donate his or whatever, that would be awesome.
Well, why doesn't he? You know what, Alex? Why don't you let Tash borrow yours to do one, and she can send it back to you,
Yeah, exactly.
and then you can see how it goes, and then borrow one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you did
can
say you were going
donate to the.
because you did say you were going to buy her a gift.
Yeah, if you want to buy me a gift still, let's call it an early birthday present.
Make it the 360 and don't be a cheapskate because that's the new one. Anyway, anyway, what's
I'll
this?
put you a credit as executive producer for the channel.
Hello, sorry I'm late. Just got a real bald head cold. Oh, bad head cold.
Ah,
But anyway, yeah, I've got Dying Light. That was from Last Avenger, yeah.
yes.
I've got Dying Light, and I have to be honest, I like it, but I put it to one side because it's very repetitive. Not because it's a bad game,
Yeah.
but because my equipment's not strong enough, I'm baiting pill. I mean, you saw me playing it, didn't you?
Yeah. Your hammer would break and you'd be just like constantly batting them with this broken weapon.
And it'd get on my nerves because I'd be like, I really want to do it, but the game's good, but there's a lot of glitches in the trophies as well. That's what stopped me and all.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting so pissed off with Saints Row. When I was playing it last night, it crashed my whole PS4 again, and I had to turn the switch off at the wall because it just absolutely broke everything.
Right.
But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to. But you say it keeps glitching.
Mm-hmm. It keeps glitching, and basically the trophies are glitched. But twice,
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting as well for Tash to get her copy so we can do the co-op in it. So I've kind of stopped playing it because we can do the co-op.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't got it yet.
Oh, no, that's not because we're doing Saints Row. But
Yeah.
I just kind of put it one side because I thought me and Tash probably do the co-op together and it'd probably be a little bit more fun. But yeah, I like the game. I just think it's very impressive when you have
£52 on Amazon.
How much?
£52.
What, Dying Light?
Yeah.
Borderlands, when it comes out, it's only 32 quid for 2 games.
Oh, really?
Because I almost bought it by accident last night off of bloody Amazon UK. So I thought it was $32. I was like, bargain.
Hang on, Beta Zombie Edition. I don't know what that is.
That's when you can be one of the zombies and chase people online.
Oh, so do I want that version or not? Because that's £52, but just the normal version is £60.
Oh, nice. Well, it doesn't look like you'll be getting that then, does it?
I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. I think we'll have to play some PS3 games.
What do you call it? Borderlands comes out on the 25th.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That comes
Do you know
out
if there's any date yet for Uncharted?
I think September.
That's so far away. Oh, hang on. Play have got it for £43, so that's a bit better.
Is that brand new?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's better than £60, but anyway, I was just looking while we were talking. Sorry.
Alex says
but yeah, no, Borderlands. Huh?
Yeah, Borderlands 2 games, 32 quid, and that's a bargain. It's going to cost me like $49.99.
Yeah.
Anyway, Evolve looks half decent, but isn't it only multiplayer?
No.
Surely not worth 40 quid for that. No, it's not.
Do not fucking get Evolved. Sorry.
I went in GameStop and they tried to make me buy that bloody game, and I said, isn't it a 4-player multiplayer only game? No, you can have bots and all this stuff, and I was like, no, I ain't got 4 people to play with, right?
Yeah.
And I don't like playing 4 people at a time. I play with 1.
And if you play as the monster, you only play as one thing, and then you have 4 bots, hunters, chasing you. It's like, that seems a bit unfair. I played a little bit, and I did not like it at all.
The game looked boring and crap when I watched the review.
It was not my kind of game at all. I just did not get on with it. I played it on the Xbox One at a friend's house, and it was just awful. It might be Alex's kind of thing. I can imagine Alex getting on with it.
If you've got a lot of friends who play it, Alex, then it's probably good for you. But don't pay 40 quid for it.
No, don't pay 40 quid for it.
Don't pay £1 for it. Pay 40 pence.
What was that you said about the recording on the PS4 channel?
Oh, where'd it go?
I can't find it.
Hold on. Let me find it. Oh, here we go. They're updating the PS4 recording system to 60 FPS. I was thinking more Fredo or DVD. Aha.
Oh, we can wish though.
I think you should buy the game capture. You owe it to Tash for being an inspiration to you to, I don't know, to watch X-Files.
Yeah. You know what? I would really want to do a proper review for Alien Isolation, because that has been easily, possibly the best game I've played on the PS4 today. And it does annoy me that I can't properly review it, like without capture. I could just talk about it. But...
Do you know what pisses me off about?
Yeah.
Is in order to do a proper review of Alien Isolation, you have to have clips from the films as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And you can't do that. Right?
I would love to do a compare, like show the atmosphere of the original movies, and then show how much the game, recaptures it and stuff like that. But like you say, it's all copyright and blah blah blah, and I can't capture off the PS4, and it's all ridiculous.
Your best bet is hot UK deals for games.
All right, yeah.
So it said.
I've heard of them, but I haven't used them.
I would pay 15 quid for it, or PSN Plus.
Yeah, well, I'm annoyed because I bought Oddworld, and literally 7 days later it went on free on PlayStation Plus.
I've got news for you. If it's under 8 days, you can get a refund.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I looked it up.
How do I get that? Is that on the UK version as well?
You have to call PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
I know this for a fact. If they change the price within 8 days, you can get a refund.
Ooh.
Might want to check that.
Them a call. I'll have to check what day I definitely purchased it, but
yeah, within 8 days.
Yeah.
Or you can at least get half price, because of the thing.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
I didn't pay too much. I'm not too bothered, but at the same time, it's so annoying. I need to pay more attention to the PlayStation blog. So
I always pay attention. That's why I got mine for free.
Yeah. I would have bought it anyway. It was a game I really wanted to get the reboot of because I loved the original PS1 games. So I would have bought it anyway, but it just worked out that unfortunately I bought it at a time literally just before it went on for free. So
I started playing Covert Spy last night.
All right, yeah.
What a terrible game that is.
Really?
It's not bad, but it's the same locations and same layouts, just mixed up.
Oh,
and I got
sniper.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And it's got but it's very cartoonish, I'm sure you've seen what it looks like.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
It's kind of like comic book style,
Ah, right, yeah.
It's all right. I mean, I got back 7 trophies from it last night.
Yeah.
But there's some things where I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. Like, there's one we have to sneak through a whole mission I've been seeing. But there's some parts where you're like, how the hell am I supposed to get through this?
Yeah. Yeah, because I downloaded that Valiant Hearts that's on the PSN, and I haven't played it yet.
Oh, I started playing that last night and all.
Oh, yeah, what's that like?
But it won, didn't it? It won on the world.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's from Ubisoft.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I only downloaded it because it was free, so I just haven't tried it yet.
So far from what I've played of it, it seems all right. It doesn't seem like anything really special.
Nothing special, yeah.
But it could be because I only played it for 25 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I looked up. The thing on it says Apocalypse World War II on the pictures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's based on the DVD and Blu-ray, which was released the documentary. So the game is connected to that.
Oh, all right.
And it's set in France, I think.
Yeah,
It's a bit weird because the main characters don't talk. They don't talk at all. But you've got a narrator talking.
yeah.
And
Because I
Jim,
couldn't get any French, unlike
no,
Unity.
they
It makes
said,
me die that Ubisoft, that are a bloody French Canadian company, and yet they can't get French people in their games.
why not just use their own people?
Yeah.
Sacre bleu, yes.
Oh, oh, oh. Dead,
Well,
dead real says my
oh, that's real.
PSN is Danny Horror. If you want to add me sometime.
Nope, don't want to.
Um. Yeah, no, sorry, I don't think. Cass says, haha, I wish I was in my bed. Unfortunately, had to work late. So, did you ever watch TV shows, Cluedo? I loved Cluedo and Strange But True. Yes to
Uh,
both.
I watched Strange But True, and I might watch Cluedo, but can't remember.
Cluedo had Dirty Den in it,
Oh, never seen
out
it
of
then.
EastEnders. Yeah, Leslie
But,
Grantham.
but do you remember Fort Boyard?
Yeah, and apparently you never talk about that to him because apparently he hates being people talking to him about it.
I used to love how he used to have that weird look on his face, like it was some sort of massive, extravagant thing when it wasn't. It was a whole load of little men running around with weird coins.
I love the fact that Tom Baker looked like he was absolutely as high as a kite.
Oh, good old Tom Baker.
I know.
Probably. Do you think he's the biggest icon of Doctor Who?
I think of Doctor Who. It's annoying because he's not my favourite. So it does annoy me when everybody keeps like making him this big thing and everything, and I'm like, eh.
Because
Um,
I'm just wondering because whenever people talk about Doctor Who, everybody
he's
knows
the
Tom
person
Baker.
people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To me, this like me, my favourite was always John Pertwee, and then Tom
Yeah, my
Baker.
favourite was John Pertwee. Yeah,
But
my favourite was John Pertwee and Sylvester McCoy.
not to go into a Doctor Who conversation or
No,
anything.
no, 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 no. Yeah.
But I was just thinking because we mentioned Tom Baker. To me, he must be the icon of Doctor Who because everybody
I think
knows Tom Baker.
everybody always thinks of the scarf and stuff like that. It is that kind of
And
yeah,
that curly, yeah. Sometimes when I'm with Don,
yeah.
I go, "You pretend to be Tom Baker, and I'll pretend to be Kane."
But did I tell you what happened when I went to meet him?
I met him too, but go on.
He there was this family in front of me, and clearly a lot of people had been giving him jelly beans,
Uh,
and he went to these kids. He was like, "Would you like some jelly beans?" And they were like, "Yes, please." And he was giving it. I was like, "Wow, you could get locked up for that now." But it was just so funny. I said, "Oh, do you get sick of people keep?" And he was just like, "Oh, well, I get to give them to the kids, so that's fine," kind of thing. So. I just loved it. I feel sorry because I know it happened to the guy in Babylon 5, Garibaldi. People would used to take him Garibaldi biscuits. He was like, I bloody hate them.
I you can get it for around 38 quid.
What?
Dying light, I'm guessing.
Oh,
Alex is on the case.
yeah.
When I met Tom Baker, I met with my grandma
Oh, yeah.
because she wanted to meet him. Now, I think I remember him for something completely different.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was the voice at the time of Little Britain
Yeah, yeah,
or if it was something else.
yeah.
But I was a lot younger, and he was in 10th Planet in Vicarage.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And my grandma wanted to see him, and people had VHS tapes. Doctor Who at that time, I had no idea who Doctor Who was. I was like, Doctor Who, what?
Yeah, Dr.
I
What?
remember looking and going, this looks boring.
Yeah.
All right, but things do change because I love the
Things
show.
do.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so Inferno is awesome. Anyway, um, I remember the double VHS of that actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had the double VHS of that. I'm going off subject now. Anyway,
Was it in one of those big boxes where they have like the VHS in one each
yeah,
side of
you
the?
go like that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
one of them, and it had the black BBC sticker on it, and I had it because it was about 4 hours long. The story.
Oh well.
I remember
Yeah.
putting it on, and I remember going, "Wow, I'm bored." Years later, I'd get on DVD, and it'd be one of my favourite ones. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I remember seeing Tom Baker, and he was all in white, which was
Oh
weird.
yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, it's Tom Baker. We are not worthy," and all that stuff. No, people do that, right? And my girl went up to him, and she could barely talk.
Yeah.
And he went, "Hello," to me, and I went, "Oh, hang on. Can you sign this for me?" Because I only bought it because my grandma said, "You want one to get signed?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know who Tom Baker is? Mm-hmm. Do you care who Tom Baker is? Mm-hmm. Then why do you want a signed photo? Because everybody else has it. You know. Years later, I'd watch every single Doctor Who episode which was available.
Yeah.
See, that really bugs me when somebody talks about the episodes that are not available and they don't get real conversation about it because it's frustrating.
Because it's frustrating. Yeah.
But anyway, I've watched every Doctor Who episode available on Earth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've watched all Tom Baker, everything I can, right?
Yeah.
And as much as I love Tom Baker, John Pertwee is such a fantastic Doctor. He's so much of a gentleman. He's got that look. He had
Yeah.
the best companion, Joe Grant, who I remember masturbating over for years. But anyway, that was just a year ago. But anyway,
Yeah.
and Katie Manning. Oh, I
Oh,
was
she's
disgusted.
awesome.
Do you know what? I met her at Barking,
All
and
right.
get this, seriously, and not to sound rude, but I almost orgasmed in my pants.
Did you come in your pants nearly? Yeah.
And she touched me. She's like 70 odd now.
Yeah.
But the point is, what I'm trying to say is, I always thought John Pertwee was the best.
Yeah.
And, anyway.
No, he was my favourite. So.
Very random, but have either of you heard of Bud's 131?
No.
I've. That's the new Budweiser drink.
Oh, is it? See, I
don't
don't
know.
drink, so
I don't know.
that sounds like it should be.
I
Big
said,
John's come up with a good joke for us.
there we go. It's about time. He gets one in there every time.
Our Big John joke of the night. I've just been reading the history of glue. I just can't put it down.
That was good.
But I miss shows like Cluedo and Strange But True. They were awesome. They were good entertainment, kind of.
Oh yeah, I miss the old things. So the problem is, there's nothing beats the old shows, like
The light entertainment.
yeah, because you don't really get that anymore.
No.
You get all this reality crap, or you get something like like our Charmed and Fringe and X-Files and all that is.
Yeah.
You don't get anything which is just silly.
No.
Well,
like I say, I even miss stupid stuff like Stars in Her Eyes, and it was awful, but at the same time it was awesome.
That's what I want to do at the beginning of my Sing Star video. I'm going to go, tonight Matthew Kelly, I'm going to be Celine Dion. Every night, and it'd be awesome. But just so people know, I'm going to stay looking like me. All right, you've got to imagine.
Oh, all right. So you got to imagine.
I'm not going to look like Celine Dion. All right.
Yeah. Hold on, I thought you were going to do the screen, kind of like crossfade into.
I might make some smoke
Put
and
the
then come
makeup
back
on.
out.
Yeah. You have a frying pan underneath the camera,
I put my arms out and be like, oh, here, wherever you are. That's this. I said.
I will say, I made a dare. I was like, oh, go on, Malcolm, if you do a SingStar video, or I'll upload one of mine. So he was just like, okay.
What Tash doesn't realise is I'm going to upload 12.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to upload 12 different songs of me singing. And everyone's
Sing
going to,
Star Wars.
yeah,
Later
Sing Star
December,
Wars.
head to head versus Sketchney.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Can you
Sing
imagine?
Star Wars. Yeah, it'd be like that battle rap war thing, but through a different
Exactly.
channel.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Vote for me because I'm the greatest singer. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I've got to figure out what songs I'm going to sing. There's quite a few songs that I know I want to sing. I want to sing Final Countdown.
Oh yeah.
You know, I want to sing a couple of High School Musical songs.
Yeah.
I want to sing at least one ABBA song. You
No.
can't do Sing Star or karaoke without ABBA.
No.
And then I've got to figure out what the other's going to be. I want to do a duet, at least one or two of Donna.
Oh yeah.
You know, even though I know we're both be dreadful, I just want to do it because it'll be fun.
Oh, you'll be good.
What else? Final Countdown is probably my favourite one. I love that song.
Yeah.
We've got some comments. Oh yeah, that one was from Alex. I sent Dave Tennant a fan mail letter one and received a signed photo back. That was nice.
Yeah.
You know, I sent a fan mail to Catherine Tate
Oh yeah.
saying will she show me a ginger minge?
Yeah.
And she sent back F off. No, and I didn't get any reply, but I think that was probably because she was busy. I don't think it was due to me.
No, yeah. You know, it was probably somebody just in the publicity office, just like,
Yeah, probably just like, what the hell? Because they've already got them pre-signed.
Yeah, exactly. They sign a bunch. They're never like, you know, on request. It's
Always love.
they get a celebrity. They're sat there in their car. They sign a lot at the same time, and then it's like,
Some of them are not even real signatures by the person.
oh no, some of them are just signed by somebody in the office that can do it.
I mean, it's funny because people think they get these personal things back from somebody.
Yeah, they're like,
You
oh,
know?
I got it especially.
It's like these Facebook pages. People go, oh, people like Ivanka Trump and that are talking to me, and you're like, no, it's probably someone who works for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they haven't got the time to sit at Facebook and bloody. Oh, look, like, well, I'm going to talk to Malcolm about how much he likes my father, Donald. No, it's not. That doesn't happen.
No, exactly.
You know.
Oh, Big John said, remember John Pertwee's Wurzel Gummidge? I loved Wurzel Gummidge. I've still got a VHS of Wurzel Gummidge.
Weren't Barbara Windsor in that?
Yeah, she was some little farm work. Because, what's his face? The one that was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the one that his hair that was with Barbara Windsor. I can't remember the guy's name. He was in that with her as well, I'm pretty sure.
I remember Wurzel Gummidge because I remember watching it from a young age.
Yeah.
And I remember always thinking it was really funny for us, you know, that it came to life.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was a really weird show. And I remember sitting down watching it.
Decapitating heads for a kids' TV show.
And it was just so incredible to watch.
Mm.
I remember watching that and Wizardora.
Oh, Wizardora, Wizardora.
Remember that?
Yeah.
With the shop and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember thinking there were two awesome shows when I was a kid.
I loved Wurzel Gummidge. Like I say, I've still got VHS of Wurzel Gummidge. I'd like to get the whole set. But...
You can get more on DVD.
Oh, I know you can, but I've just had this VHS for many years, so it's just sat in my pile. Big John says, do you guys ever own the Resistance games on PS3? Great games. I've played all three of them.
What games?
The Resistance games.
Yeah, I've played all three as well. Do you want to say what you think of them? Because you like them, didn't you?
I loved the first one. The second one was a bit, and the third one was really disappointing. And the end of the number 2 was really shit because it pissed me off that we'd been, you know, our hero Hale was this big deal, and you're led to, you know, although he's transforming, you're led to believe that there might be some kind of hope for him or something.
Yeah.
And then it was a really shit ending, and I was really disappointed. And Free felt completely pointless and was a waste of time. So, but I loved the first one.
I think 3 was a cash-in.
Yeah, it was. 2 I liked. It was just the ending was shit.
I played all 3.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the first one.
All right.
Hated the second one.
Yeah.
Put in the third one, played it, and went, these are all the same to me.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, I'm going to rebuy them again now. We've got PS3 to play them again, because I find I appreciate games a lot more now
Yeah. I wonder if
than
you
I.
could do that 2-player.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I could shoot you in the head. Yeah, I miss
Can't beat
doing
me up
that.
with a dildo bat though. Oh,
Um,
what, you miss friendly fire? Yeah.
I miss friendly fire. I miss you could shoot your partner in the head.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was the best time we had.
That was. But yeah, no,
Uh,
you're gonna get them again. But
yeah, you
they
can
were
buy the pro.
generally they were pretty much kind of cookie cutter. But I still enjoyed the first one.
I think the problem is, sometimes you have to go through a game like another time, like years later, to appreciate them again.
Yeah.
A good example of that is probably Skyrim.
Right. Yeah.
Because I played Skyrim, loved it, but I love it even more this time. You know?
Yeah. Cass says, would you agree that Matt Smith? Sorry, were you going to say something then? Sorry.
That can wait. What are we going to say?
No, I was just reading a question off YouTube. But if you're going to say something,
What
sorry.
was the question? No, it's all right. What's the question?
Cass says, would you agree that Matt Smith wasn't a very memorable Doctor? I've had lots of people say that they didn't think he made much of an impact. I'm not a fan of the show, so can't give much of an opinion.
Hmm. You know, I like Matt Smith.
Mm.
It was David Tennant I didn't like.
Yeah.
Too whiny. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. That was like a tribute to him, not to the character.
Yeah, it was, you know what, all the transformations previously had always been a big deal for the Doctor. You know, like, it was just
Yeah.
something that he did, it was a moving on. But, like you say, it was a big, like, I'm David Tennant, I'm Russell T. Davis, I don't want to go, blah, 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 you know.
You know, I didn't like that. I didn't like the Peter Capaldi one either, where it went from Matt Smith like boom. I hate that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
I like Matt Smith. I thought Matt Smith had everything to be a fantastic Doctor.
yeah,
David Tennant to me went from being eccentric to being over the top for kids.
yeah. Slapstick,
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly. Christopher
Yeah,
Eccleston to me he wasn't bad, but he didn't have enough time to grow.
yeah,
Um,
no,
you know, as Matt Smith, I haven't watched every Matt Smith episode, but I do enjoy him as the Doctor because it does feel like it clicks like it used to for people like Tom Baker and that.
yeah,
And I did feel like he could have been the best New Who.
yeah.
I just feel like the writing probably messed it up a lot.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah.
You know,
Since Stephen Moffat took over, the writing has been shit, but, yeah.
I honestly don't think Christopher Eccleston or David Tennant or Peter Capaldi at the moment have been very strong.
No,
I think Matt Smith started strong, and I
yeah,
think he went strong, and then I think as Stephen Moffat got more involved or whatever, because I never paid attention to the behind the scenes stuff,
no,
I think it just went downhill. I mean, Time of the Doctor was one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
yeah.
You know, considering that was the end of the Matt Smith's technical run as the
Yeah,
Doctor,
that was a really shit ending,
yeah,
yeah.
it kind of ruined his whole story arcs.
Yeah,
You know, his whole arc as the Doctor.
yeah,
Plus, when you end the Doctor, you need to begin it with a stronger person, a stronger Doctor.
yeah,
Right? Otherwise, the whole point of that Doctor's pointless.
yeah,
You know, and I feel like Peter Capaldi is a mixture of every Doctor.
yeah.
He isn't his
And
own Doctor.
he keeps trying to do this. He does this, every now and then he does this Tom Baker impersonation, like he's got a split personality.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you doing that? And I know that Peter Capaldi was a huge fan of the show before he got the role, but I just don't like that whole, like, making a nod, because it's just like, oh, for goodness sakes, be your own Doctor. And I think that was the thing for me with Matt Smith, because when Matt Smith started, I felt like he was trying too hard. And it annoyed me and it grated me, and I was like, I'm not going to like this guy. But now when I look back on some of the episodes, I'm like, actually, I always thought I have to agree with you. I always thought I liked David Tennant, but like you say, he's very whiny. And yet I watched the Matt Smith ones back, and he's a lot stronger. He's a lot more like, you feel that there's that tragedy, but he's got that humorous side as well. He feels like, I mean, Peter Capaldi's doing this whole like split personality, but it was weird because Matt Smith did that kind of bipolar, like, like mixed feelings, kind of could bounce between the two. But it felt a lot more natural, whereas it's like you say, Peter Capaldi always feels like he's just ripping off previous Doctors.
Well,
so I actually enjoyed Matt Smith a lot more than I give myself, than I give it credit for, kind of things. Because, like I say, I'll go back and see episodes, and I'm like, actually, this was a good episode and stuff. He was a good Doctor. So, but I hated these final episode. That whole story arc was shit.
Well, the thing that annoys me with the new Who as well is we haven't had really a really strong companion.
No, I don't like Clara.
If you watch the old Who, there's so many strong companions.
Yeah.
Right. When you watch it now, people go, Rose Tyler was strong. Yeah, she was a copy. She was a copy of Sophie Aldred's Ace.
Yeah. Oh no, right. Ace was awesome. She was kick-ass.
Exactly. But she was a copy of that, basically.
Yeah.
Just without the bat and the bloody jacket, right?
Yeah, she wasn't as badass. She was a lot more whiny.
Let's see. Martha, to me, was a terrible companion.
Yeah.
Never liked her. Catherine Tate should never have been in the series.
No, I don't even know why Donna was there. It was just like, what the fuck?
Trying to go on. Amy Pond, right? Karen Gillian. She was okay, but I felt like because he had met her as a child and then gone back.
Yeah, it was a bit creepy.
I felt like there was this creepy thing between them.
Yeah.
And Clara, I like Clara, but again, I don't feel like she's a strong enough character.
Yeah.
And what I want to know is how comes we can't get any real alien ones like Adric and shit?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'd like that. I'd like people.
I do like Strax and what's her face in that, but yeah, I completely agree.
What's this? Have a great rest of the day, guys. Thanks, John. Take care. See you next week.
Yeah, take care, John. Have a good week. See you next week.
James says, I'm going to be watching the animated Doctor episode Dreamland soon. Have you seen it?
No. And I won't be watching it because I'm just not. I'm genuinely not interested. So, I don't even know if I'm going to be going back to seeing the new season of Doctor Who because the last one was easily the worst thing for me.
Dreamland was an animated episode with David Tennant in.
Oh, was it? It's an old one.
Yeah, it's not. It was on CBBC. Oh no, it was on BBC doing, like the child one time.
Yeah, I know they had those really bad games as well with the animated, like Matt Smith and that.
Alex says David Tennant was tiresome.
He was.
Well, there's this question going about the Master, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to say this because I want to get this off my chest because a few days ago I got quite angry and I want to talk about some stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So, talk about the Mistress, Master, whatever I call it. Now, the problem with this
is... bullshit, you mean?
Bullshit, exactly. The problem with the Master thing is the Master should never have been a woman.
No.
Right? I get sick and tired of this BS about how women need equal rights in films. I agree. And in TV, I agree. But not on characters like the Master. Right?
Yeah, not on characters that are established as a certain sex.
When you have characters that have gone from the 70s till now as men,
you
don't change it to a woman, right?
Yeah.
I know the Master can regenerate and be different people, right?
Yeah.
Because the Master's technically a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the problem is, he's never a woman. Why would he be a woman? Then they want to focus on the whole him being a woman. This is a sign that they want to make the Doctor a woman.
Yeah. This is
This,
the problem. Well, this is one of those things. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is one. I think the problem is they tried it as a tester because it has been debated for years about making the Doctor a woman, and I mean they even I think as well because they had it on the comic relief thing where Joanna Lumley was the Doctor briefly,
yeah,
and it kind of worked. They're like, oh, there's no reason why it wouldn't work, and I think doing the Master as a woman was their way of testing the
yeah, it is.
waters.
It is. It's so obvious because the
Yeah,
Master in their mind isn't a big character.
yeah,
Even
it's
in
like
my
let's try it
view,
on there.
even
Yeah,
in my character, technically, he's probably the second biggest character in Doctor Who's legacy.
yeah,
Right? The Master going against bloody the Doctor is like Moriarty and Sherlock Holmes.
yeah,
Right? People just don't have a brain, they don't think. Because, you know, if you make the Doctor into a woman, so many people, in my mind, should stop watching.
yeah,
Right? Because the Doctor's regenerated, what, like 14 times now?
yeah,
And each time it's been a man of different ages, right?
mm,
So how do they have Time Lord babies if they can switch back and forth,
yeah, exactly.
right? The mistress thing to me is a big pile of crap. You know, doing it in the Peter Capaldi era is ridiculous.
Yeah,
You know, Johnson was great as the bloody
yeah,
Master.
mm,
He wasn't as good as the originals, but he was all right. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I always have a soft spot for.
The original. Yeah.
You remember their names?
I'm trying to think of because I know the guy that was in it during John Pertwee's time. He and John Pertwee were big friends.
Yeah.
And when he passed away, and they got the, John Pertwee wasn't happy because obviously, I'm trying to think, I've got it in my head and I can see his face.
Yeah, I'm the same. I know both of them. You know, there's
You know
one.
what? If you said one of the names, if you said like the first
Anthony.
name or the surname, I'd be like,
Well, Anthony.
yeah. Was he
That
done?
was the last one.
That was the second one. I'm trying to think of the first one.
Roger?
Uh?
Roger?
No, it was like Italian sounding name, like not Rodrigo, but you know, that kind of
Rodrigo.
Madrid, something like that. Yeah. I can't think. I'm gonna look it up. But carry on saying what you were saying though about the Master and.
What I'm saying is the Master is one of those characters which you can't really change.
No.
Because there's a certain implement and a certain motive.
Yeah.
Behind everything. And with the Doctor's thing is to stop him, but not hurt him because they're technically the last.
They're brothers. They're the last of their race.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then we got that BS about how Gallifrey's still alive. Right? Come on.
God, yeah. That was
After what? After 50 years.
Oh, you were right.
Gallifrey's
Roger
still alive.
Delgado. That was the one.
Yeah, there we go. And the other one?
Hang on. Anthony Ainley. Ainley.
Oh, okay. So I was close on both the first names, but not the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it on my tongue, you know, like you did, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, the Roger Delgado. I was like, I knew there was something Ardo, and unfortunately, I knew it was something like that. But
what I'm trying to say is, they're like brothers. They're like the last of their kind. And then we find out Gallifrey's still alive, which was the biggest sellout after 50 years.
Oh God, I know it was such, and I hate all that bullshit. They were desperate to get out of the crack and everything, and then all Clara has to do is, oh, he's helped you, this, that, and the other, even though he left them and stole the TARDIS and that. Oh, he does this, that, and the other. You should help him. And even though they're trying to spend their energy trying to get out of the crack, they magically whisk through some energy to help him regenerate. Bullshit.
What gets me is what they forget is Gallifrey disowned the Doctor.
Yeah,
they hate the Doctor. If he was dying, they would not help him regenerate. They'd leave him because
he's a traitor to them.
Exactly, because he's a traitor to them. He abandoned them.
Yeah.
Right. This isn't something for people. This is what you call poor writing.
It's poor writing, and they had nowhere else to go. They needed him to regenerate again, so they're like, "Oh, let's plead to the." I don't know. It really pissed me off. I felt like it was a big stab in the back
Yeah.
for everything that had come before, and I thought it was the worst excuse for Reviver It. I'm sorry to cut you off. It was one of those things that really got, and I think is really, like, has set up since then. I've not liked Peter Capaldi, and I think
Yeah.
I'm still feeling sore about how badly that time of the Doctor was handled, because it was rubbish.
It was one big mess from start to the end.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the ending of the 50th anniversary. He gets out of TARDIS and there's all of these other Doctors.
yeah,
I really felt that was bad and all, because I felt like they could have had all the original people who were still alive there.
yeah,
I don't care that they've got old, right? It would have been one of those cool moments to see them all together at the end. I know some of them are dead,
yeah,
but it would have been nice to get like people like bloody Colin Baker and Tom Baker and all these other people there,
yeah. It just annoys me that whole 50th anniversary was more a celebration of the new Who as opposed to the whole 50
Yeah.
years.
I mean, there were moments in it where it showed old Who, like the scarf and stuff, right?
Yeah,
And it was like, yeah, you know what, this is pretty good. It's going to be okay. But again, it was like the David Tennant show.
yeah. All it focused on, I mean, their only connection to the previous one was Tom Baker. There was no Peter Davison. I mean, having pictures of them at the end does not constitute,
I would have liked it if all the old Doctors had popped up somewhere in it.
Yeah, even if they didn't have to speak, even if they'd just been like little faces here and there, like.
How Tom Baker was the creator.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it would have been nice if you'd have had like,
Colin Baker at a coffee shop or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd just been cool, or like when they went through the area, if you saw them, kind of a bit like the Lego game, so they go, oh, what am I doing? And then left,
Yeah. And if you're a big enough fan, you'll recognise, like if you watch Mamma Mia and you notice the stars of, like you notice the ABBA people and
I
stuff.
tell you what I would have liked. I would have liked it if they'd have done it like, do you remember the three Doctors?
Yeah.
Remember when they all had their companions with them?
Yeah.
It would have been great if they'd have done it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Except where they were only in it like a cameo kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like this whole thing, Phil. Was Jan Hart an official Doctor then? No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the War Doctor, which was made up for the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they couldn't get fucking Christopher Eccleston back because he was like, I ain't doing that again. Now, it makes me so sad because I'm such a fan of John Hurt as an actor. For him to just get roped into doing that, it's just like, oh.
Alex says we all know Angel O'Sullivan should become the Doctor.
Tash says, from what you said, Malcolm, it sounds like Matt Smith didn't get the chance to shine and play the Doctor to his full potential. People really rave about David Tennant.
I think people rave about David Tennant because it's the thing to do.
I think Matt Smith did get to shine. I just think, unfortunately, he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
The problem is, David Tennant is the new Who version of Tom Baker.
Yes. Yeah. He had the costume and everything. It's like...
Everybody goes on about David Tennant for Doctor Who. Everybody goes on about Tom Baker for Doctor Who. Whether you like him or not, he's classified as the thing.
Yeah.
Now, to me, David Tennant was a whiny Doctor. He was great. At one point, but he was a whiny Doctor. The whole relationship between him and Rose was a big sellout because the Doctor never had relationships with people or never fell in love with them, so that was a sellout because he's an alien.
Yeah, but you find that now. The whole new Who, and this is what's pissed me off with the Peter Capaldi stuff, is they've had him with this creepy thing for Clara. And it seems to be, since New Who came about, it's now all about the sexual tension. And I'm like, this is not what Doctor Who used to... This is not what I tune in for Doctor Who for. But now it has to be this whole, like, oh, Donna wasn't going to get married because she was secretly chasing the Doctor. Oh, Amy had a secret thing for the Doctor, but she ended up marrying Rory. Oh, this... And I'm like, that's not why I watched the Doctor Who. I don't have a sexual connection
There's
with him.
a difference between sexual wanting and admiration.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Apparently in today's world, a woman can't respect a man and kind of adore him in the friendly sense.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
She always wants to sleep with him or be with him in some other way.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in. That's the stupidity of writing.
That's
Um,
what I find offensive as a woman. It's just this whole thing that, like you say, you can't be friends with, somebody of the opposite sex, or say like with the companions. I mean, he's always had female companions, but it's always just been but it seems weird in this modern day that we have all these women hooking up with him, and it's because they're in love with him. Because, like you say, there's a line between admiration or respect and love of a sexual nature, and unfortunately they seem to, like, a lot of these women, like say even with Rose, they get taken away, and it's like they suffer with Stockholm syndrome or something. It's like, oh, we're stuck with him, we need to stay with him, we
well,
need, us women, we need to be helped by
you
the
know,
men.
I don't like these episodes where the Doctor goes in time and sees people like Rose again,
Yeah,
like the whole bad wolf thing.
yeah,
You know, the whole New Who. I could dissect the New Who like you probably can like you can with X Files if I wanted
yeah.
to.
Well, I could with
Uh,
the New Who even, because
yeah.
I've seen them all, so.
Well, this is what I mean. But I'm saying, in the
Oh yeah, yeah, how you compare
yeah,
to, yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean. What I'm
yeah,
saying is, I could do it with every episode, old Who, New Who.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, Even with the comic book Who. How amazing is that, right?
Oh, awesome, yeah, yeah.
Again, nobody wants to talk to me about Doctor Who. Watch this, guys. I know who. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah,
Don't talk to people that don't. Talk to me.
yeah. Talk to people that actually can talk about it. I mean, even I
Yeah,
can talk about it.
yeah,
And that's the
exactly.
thing. I love Old Who. Old Who is my favourite, and unfortunately, people wrongly bitch about it without actually ever watching it, and that pisses me off.
Oh, that was a bit of an obvious hint right there, wasn't it?
No, I just meant generally as well
Yeah.
about other stuff. I hate people that bash stuff without ever watching it. Be it, I mean,
Well,
like with stuff you love, like your martial arts and that. And it's like, oh, that's shit. It's like, but have you actually watched any? No, but I think it's shit. It's like, but
this is
how
the
do you know?
thing. This is the thing. This is why it's bad when they bring new shows like Doctor Who, because the old Who is classic.
Yeah,
And it's got an important role in New Who.
yeah.
What people don't realise is people like David
It
Tennant
has a history.
and Matt Smith, they're not the first Doctors. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't you care about seeing the beginnings of something you love and you've apparently got a passion for?
yeah. Well, this is the thing. I mean, obviously, a lot of the aliens and that they have in the New Who originated in Old Who. And, people like Strax, from the Centauri and that. And it's like, yeah, they were on the original series. They have this history of being at
Yeah.
war with the Doctor and stuff.
Hold on a sec. Hank says, you reckon the world will be in 4:3? No, it won't. It's going to be widescreen. It's already been decided, but the original ones are, but the new ones are going to be widescreen friendly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's on Blu-ray.com, and they said it on there. But yeah,
Last Avenger said, who are the better time travelers, Doctor Who or Bill and Ted? Most excellent.
I would probably have to say Bill and Ted.
Oh, definitely.
That's what made me laugh, right?
They have a better phone box.
It's funny. Quickly talk about James's videos. He pulled out Bill and Ted on VHS,
Oh yeah.
right?
Were you able to see it in the
I don't,
darkness?
I don't know if he's still watching, but this was a funny moment because
Yeah.
he said if it was available on DVD, he'd pick them up, right? But number one is available on Blu-ray now, right? So I was in tears of laughter because I thought that was a funny moment, you know.
I have them on DVD.
But yeah, it was just really funny, you know. I'm just, but yeah,
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah.
the problem is that's the thing, like you said about the history, about how like they had the thing,
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of people don't know anything about Old Who.
Yeah.
So things like the Master became the Mistress, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they've only really known John Sim.
Yeah, exactly.
Effectively,
Yeah.
And I think that's a sad thing.
Yeah.
because you can't really understand Doctor Who if you haven't watched the old series. There's
Yeah,
so
even the
much.
stuff with Davros and that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not want to see the original Davros?
I know.
How can you not want to see the Imperial Daleks versus the Daleks?
Yeah.
I used to love the Imperial Daleks, and they thought they were all that.
Mm.
You know, with their white and gold trim. You know, that was excellent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they really ruined Davros in New Who.
Oh, I knew who absolutely killed Davros. I was just like, what?
Again, another character that is probably the third most important character to Who.
Yeah. Well, considering obviously he's in, you know, what he, you know, creating the Daleks and stuff. It's like he's important to the mythos, you know.
Again, it was like K9 when they brought him in the new series. They ruined the K9
Oh,
thing
yeah.
as well. See,
Mm.
that's the thing. K9, yeah, the thing was the whole old Who looked bad. It had bad effects. It
But
had,
that's the time. It's what they had at the time, you know.
yeah, it had terrible wobbly sets. But at the
Yeah.
time, it's better because it's got that beautiful, energetic feel to it. But the new Who's missing.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you didn't
It's
need CGI for everything. Yeah,
New
back
Who
then.
is so shiny in that, but it's all CGI and a lot of it's obvious, you know.
Yeah, so it is one of those things that is ruined. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but
So I want to see the Joe Grant adventures.
oh, they got
Oh, James is watching because he put if Bill and Ted is available on Blu-ray, I'll pick up that. It is. You can
it
buy it.
is. It definitely is.
I own it. That's how I know. I bought it for $4.99.
I'm pretty sure it was on. I remember seeing it definitely on Blu-ray on the Amazon buy 2 for 10 or whatever it
So
was.
so he didn't look through all the Blu-rays then, did he?
No, probably went through page 2 and that.
I struggled to find 2 for 10. Well, Bill and Ted was in it.
It was like 69 pages of 2 for 10. So I went
Big
through
one.
about 30 of them, maybe more, and so.
And how many did you buy?
Oh, I didn't buy. I don't think I bought any in the 2 for 10. I bought 3 for 17. I bought 9.
Oh yeah, I remember because they were in the what do you call it, weren't they?
I showed
They
them on
were.
the chat.
Yeah, you showed me in the chat. No, I meant recently.
Oh no, no, I bought some DVDs in that, didn't I? I've not bought any Blu-rays for a little while now. So
So what do you think the next game is you're going to want to play?
I might move on to one on my own. I will probably move back to Shadow of Mordor because I started that, didn't I? And I moved on. So part of me wants to go back to finish The Evil Within, but I really want to get cracking with Shadow of Mordor because I did not get far with that.
Yeah.
But I'm so close to finishing Alien Isolation. The problem is I'm going to need to go through that again to get a couple more of the trophies. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll give it a break or if I'll
That's what
go
I'm
straight
doing.
back to starting again.
I'm giving it a break because
Um,
after playing about 7 times.
I was
You
going to say
need
you've
to.
played it a lot of times through. So but I'll say I've enjoyed it so much. But at the same time, Donna wants a bit of help with the start of hers because she's getting frustrated with not knowing where she needs to be going and
I
stuff.
thought you were,
So
I thought you went round there yesterday.
no, I'm going around tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going around there to do that. So it might give me a bit of a thing to play it all over again from the beginning. So, but I'll see how I feel. But I would like to get back to Shadow of Mordor. But you know, I'm really looking forward to playing some of the old PS3 games with you. So
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm trying to get a little bit of a backlog of them. You know,
yeah,
so that like Little Big Planet and stuff.
yeah, that'd be good to do
So I
those.
can get a
And
little backlog. I'm starting to run out of space for my games now.
I was gonna say,
You know, and can you believe I got this? I got my PlayStation Eye right here.
oh, you did. I was in a little baggie. Oh, bless it.
Yeah, thanks for
Did you
putting
come
the
in the right?
bag. I need to get a PlayStation 4 eye.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't got the PlayStation camera for the PS4 yet.
oh, you don't wonder. If we were gaming, you'd be in the corner, I'd be in the corner. We'd both be like, oh fuck!
Yeah, you'd see me like swearing at it. Just
You'd see
had
me go
enough
like
hearing
this.
me. It
You'd
just
see me go like this to the camera.
Yeah. Do stupid smiling and just randomly
I can
like.
imagine that. Malk, I'm sorry I messed someone up. That one was my fault. Me going, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just like
You
lie.
What's this?
I'd be
Okay.
distracted looking up in the corner.
Okay, this is fun. See you both next week. I'm going to have to go now. Okay, bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Most overrated British film of all time. Nice, easy. The Dam Busters.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't seen the
Ooh.
Damn Busters for years, so I don't even remember it that much.
I've watched it about 8 times because my nan used to love it.
Um, Bridge Too Far was a bit was kind of long-winded. You know what? I don't watch as many British films as I probably should. Like I say, I get sick of these overrated London gangster ones.
You're joking. You ain't seen Full English Breakfast?
Fucking Danny Dyer films or Jason Statham.
What did you do? Did you go to Fred Myers or did you go?
I went to the grocery with
Oh, nice. You feeling better?
Yeah, thank you.
I suppose it's time with you when I finish the chat, yeah?
Okay. Is she feeling sick again?
She's been a little bit down.
Okay.
A bit
Sorry
depressed.
to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's going for a pace.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
seeing us running around in thongs, is it?
I think it's the fact that we're having an affair, you know.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
because women only interested in men in that way.
trust me, guys. Tash always tries to get me in thongs and shit. So in games, you
I
know.
like to beat him up. You know, he likes to beat me up with his
Oh dear. Oh no, that's live now.
No,
Everyone's
you
gonna
know,
see that.
but no, you know, I do hate this whole thing of that women are, you know, and I don't mean to be. I'm not a feminist of that, but seriously, just it does make, like you say, it does make me sad that how far we've come. We don't, as we said this in another chat, you know, we don't have these strong female characters, and the movie, TV and movie, their only way of doing these new feminine, these strong feminine characters is to rip off pre-existing male ones, like
Yeah.
we were saying Snake Plissken and that the other week.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that one of the strongest female characters in films now is Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
And people like Judi Dench that, but they're
Judi
old
Dench,
school.
yeah. Yeah,
They're,
exactly.
they're old school. People say things like Keira Knightley, and I'm like, you know.
I find Keira Knightley so bland.
You know, she's got nothing going for her. She's like a skinny little runt. She might as well be a boy.
You know what? I get so, like, you know, like with people saying about their way I look and everything, and I'm like, you know what though? I watch stuff, and so many of the actresses now, they all look the same. I can't tell the difference between half of them.
What do you mean the way you look?
You know, like people saying about the way, you know, like bad stuff about the way I look and that.
What do you mean?
You know, like I'm just, you know, making rude comments about, like, just.
Well, I'm trying to get some sort of conception of what you're talking about. Do you mean your hair? Do you mean
That I'm ugly kind of thing.
oh,
So.
that kind of thing? Okay, I wondered because
Yeah.
I thought you meant like maybe the short hair or you know.
No. Just
like,
no. I'm ugly. That I'm ugly, and
okay.
it's like, but the thing is I look at people in Hollywood and they all look the same.
Well,
I
do you
can't
know
tell,
what?
at least I know who I look like me, and that's it. You know, I don't look like somebody else. Whereas everybody is plastic surgery now to all look the same, or you know.
Okay. What people need to realise right now is this is the common thing. When a man is friends with a woman shall bring up about how people say they're ugly, so that the man then
So that the man does the noble thing.
then feels very guilty and has to say, no,
has to apologise to mankind.
you know, yes. But no, seriously, I'm going to comment on
seriously.
this. I want to comment this in an honest way. All right.
I
I
wasn't
don't.
trying to draw attention to me. I just meant
No.
generally
I'm
about
not,
Hollywood.
I'm joking about that.
Yeah.
The thing is, my view is everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
You know, people have said to me that I'm a granny fucker because I'm with Donna.
Yeah.
Right? I must see something incredibly beautiful about a woman who's in their 60s to be with her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, does it mean that I'm a granny fucker? No, it doesn't. It means that I see her for who she is.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
people in Hollywood all look the same: Botox, implants, over the top makeup, and it's not real. People
Yeah.
who fantasize over celebrities, they're not fantasizing about the same as real.
No.
You know,
Exactly.
I've seen women who have been some of the most beautiful things in the whole world, right, that I've ever seen, you know?
Yeah.
And they've always been worse than somebody I knew personally, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, I remember I had this big thing for this girl in school. She was the most popular, most beautiful girl in school at the time, right?
Yeah.
Never looked at me twice,
Yeah.
right? There was a girl who had mental health difficulties and her face was a little bit like,
Yeah.
she's one of the most wonderfully beautiful girls I've ever talked to, ever got to know. And don't get me wrong, we didn't date or anything because I never dated at the time.
Yeah.
But you know, but she was so much more nicer than that girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
most people won't look at her because she had mental health difficulties and because she just looked a bit weird in their mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is what people need to realise is what you see on the outside isn't real with any of us, right?
No. No. Exactly.
If somebody looks at me and they go, Malcolm's really, really hot, let's say they did, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you do every time we
Oh
game,
yeah.
you know,
Every time. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Right? No, seriously, but I mean, if I did, they're not looking at me the right way because when you get to know someone, you get to find out who they are. It's because you get to find out who they are inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
outside can be as messed up as anything, you know, like amputated, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But when you really look at someone, you need to look at them for who they are on the inside. And
Yeah.
that's the most beautifulest thing, you know. So when people call you ugly, ignore it because it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
They're not looking at you for you, are they? They're looking at you
No.
for what they think they see. And obviously, from that, they're blinded by who they are inside in order to see,
Yeah. No. No.
you know.
Exactly.
And,
That's the thing, and I think that's the main. I mean, that's the difference between how far I've come anyway, is that I get that now, but it does annoy me when you see these lists of like sexiest ladies and that, and you look through it and it's like, but she looks like her and she looks like her, and it's like, everybody's judging on this,
yeah,
like,
my list of sexy ladies. Right, well, Donna's number one.
well, yeah, of course.
Number two would have to be,
Helen
uh,
Mirren.
it'd have to be my mum.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, just because she might get inside if I put a later one,
I was going to say, you're
You
a
know what
Beatles
mums
boy,
are
so
like,
don't
they can
say
get
that.
very funny.
Yeah.
Number three would probably be my mother-in-law, she's 85,
Yeah.
love it.
She's probably at the door, you
Yeah.
do realise, probably out listening.
If she opens the door right now, I'd go like this. So, no, seriously though, what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
without joking, because I need to stop joking about it now.
No.
The thing that I'm trying to say is, in order to really get a proper connection with someone, and
Yeah.
in order to really, really feel complete, it has to be from getting to know each other and being inside,
Yeah.
from light here. Because if me and Donna see each other in real life, she probably looked at me twice because she didn't get to know me.
No.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think that's the problem. I'm not a bad looking guy,
No.
but she wouldn't have wanted to get with someone who was in their 20s.
Yeah.
The fact that we got to know each other so well first is what kept us together.
Yeah.
So people are so stupid, So, I think it's good for you. What's it? Wouldn't the world be nice if people didn't pass judgment? I always horrible when people, males especially, acting ashamed to be with their partner. That's Alex.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ashamed of being with Alex, with gay
Yeah, I know.
partners,
You don't dare be seen out with him, do you?
Alex keeps saying to me, "Give me a kiss, darling." I'm like, "Oh no, not in public, not in public." All right, but no, seriously, people. I think the problem is, because you got to remember, back in the 60s, 70s, people didn't care the way people look. You had a buck teeth and you had a woman falling over you. Why? Because TV wasn't so big then.
Yeah.
Now that we've got TV, now we've got a certain way we have to look, a size 0 and all that rubbish, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to be with this person because she might be too overweight, or she's too underweight, or this she isn't this, she isn't that. It's just stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
So my opinion is that people who say I feel ugly are uglier on the inside.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
I've had girls and women reject me all my life, and they've always said it was because I was either overweight or
That's
I or I was horrible or I wasn't
mm,
cool enough or you know.
yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm like, who cares if
Unfortunately,
you're cool?
people are shallow. Yeah,
Yeah, who cares if you're cool?
yeah,
The main thing is that you're cool to each other.
yeah, exactly.
You know. When me and Donna actually dances in the shop, is it embarrassing? A little bit. But at the same time, I actually think
But not
quite.
because.
But at the same time, I actually find it quite cute
Yeah,
because that's her. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't care what the
exactly.
people behind the counter think. Why
Yeah.
say embarrassing? I mean, I wouldn't get up and do it myself. You
No,
know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
yeah, exactly. It's more, it's not about, who she is in it. It's more about just generally like, please don't make a show,
Funny thing was, after she did it, we went to Red Robin. We were
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
on it like this. And people were looking at me, and I was like, I'm dancing. She was like, please stop. And I was like, nope.
It was
You
all
know.
right for her to dance, but not you.
She was in CX, it was empty. I was in Red
Yeah,
Robin, it was busy, and
and it was
everyone was looking
packed.
at me.
Yeah. Last Avenger said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Tash
Ah,
said, with TV shows, I always have to watch it from the beginning. How could you not?
well,
No, you just
yeah,
get the TV shows and don't watch them.
yeah, that's me. You know,
Don't even watch it from the beginning.
that's become a running joke with you and me now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I
No,
kind
I do
of,
agree about that. I do agree about that because I don't like I'll catch an episode of something and I'm like, people go, oh, have you watched it? And I'm like, I don't like to watch stuff like not from the like that I haven't seen from the beginning. So
I do hate when you watch an episode of something for the first time.
yeah.
A big character dies in it for it's like five
Oh
seasons.
my god, yeah.
Like I can't remember. I think it was like Sons of Anarchy. I only started watching it last year or this year. I can't remember. I think it was last year.
Yeah, because you watched
And
it all in a
a
row,
couple of
didn't you,
years
or something?
ago, yeah, I watched it all in a row. A
Yeah,
couple of years ago, when it was, I think it was like fourth, fifth season,
yeah,
somebody big died in it, and I was like, oh, that's right. Clay. Clay died. Clay got shot. Was it Clay? No, that was number 6. So it wasn't that. It was number 5. Uh,
yeah.
Odie. That's right. OP. He died. Right.
Right.
And I've been watching the series from the first like, he's a main character.
Yeah, how can he die?
Right, I was supposed to make character for the 4 seasons, and I'm like, oh no, because it's like, is Opie gonna die here? And I was like, well, I saw it in the 4th season. I saw it in the 4th season, no, 5th season.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
I hate that because then you're like, oh, well, I know that's going to happen. It's like, what's the point of carrying on?
I've got to get season 7 and watch it. I saw the ending on YouTube of season 7.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I wanted to look it up, and I was like,
because you weren't impressed with like season 6, were you?
I didn't mind it, but is it Peter Weller who played RoboCop?
Yeah, yeah, he
It's
played
Peter, isn't it?
Robocop. Yeah, yeah,
I'm never sure if it's Paul or Peter, but it's Peter, yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Peter.
I remember he was in it, but he was really underused.
Yeah,
I was like, it could have been so much more. It's supposed to be like an ex-policeman or something doing dodgy stuff, and I'm like, it could have been so much more.
yeah, exactly. Oh,
You
Donna's
know?
passed us a message. She said, sorry I left the chat. PC crashed 4 times. What I saw was good. Hope the rest went well. So.
Well, in case she watches this later, it
Yeah.
didn't. Alright, it
How
didn't.
dare you not be here for the rest?
What is it with
Google has
you?
this thing for crashing computers.
What is it with YouTube and computer crashes?
Yeah, I know. You know what? We're just so awesome that we're crashing the internet. That's what it is.
Maybe it's just how good looking I am.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's what it is. You're just taking over the.
Just taking over one computer at a time.
You know
I
what?
was
I'm now thinking: is it definitely Peter Weller or is it Paul Weller?
I think it's Peter.
I'm pretty sure it's Peter. I'm looking it up now.
We'll find out.
But he's in Sons of Anarchy, you say?
It was in Sons of Anarchy season 6. and the woman who was in Hollow Man was in it as well. And they
Oh,
were both.
really? Oh, I like Hollow Man.
You know the redhead.
I don't remember it much, but
You'll remember it. Well, I'll tell you this: the bit when Kevin Bacon is invisible and she's constantly pulls her nipple out.
oh yeah.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, it is Peter Weller.
She was in it. Peter Weller. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in it as a blonde.
Ah.
I don't know her name because I never thought her was an important character, but she
No.
was in it.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. But both of them were underused. Jax is having sex with her while he's with his bloody girlfriend. I never understand that. What is it shows as well, but show men having affairs and it being okay?
Yeah.
Right, this is one of the reasons men cheat on women so much.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
TV has a lot to blame for.
it's a lot to yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I got to get back to watching.
I like the idea that all you remember that woman as is the nipple lady out of Hollow Man.
Well, that was the only way of describing her. So you remember, because it was like a big scene. I could have named the death scene when she throws the blood and still gets killed. I mean, how pathetic was that? The blood's on the floor. Where is he? Oh no, here he comes.
Cass says being called skinny is just as bad for the slim person as being called fat is to a larger person, whoever you are. By the way, you two are, of course, amazing in every way. Thank you, Cass.
Thanks, Cass. I might ask you for a favour later, if you really mean that. Yeah.
She's too busy working, remember?
Yeah. Oh.
Late at night. That sounds ruder than I meant it to, but
Trying to climb. Say, what is it with Phil? Have you noticed, whenever I'm in chats with people, they say these things, and I'll sit there and I'm like, I could bounce right off this.
I know, I love all these little lives that we have, like these people very nicely sharing their time with us, and they're like, oh, like we joke about Last Avenger, and then it's like Cass is working late. It's like, so what job does she do? Stuff like that. It's like,
well,
I do love the fact that, like I say, I love the fact that Donna's husband was showing off our chat on Saturday to her. To his mates and stuff like that. It's so funny to share the silliness.
Well, what's amazing was him in that Assassin's Creed robe. I've been looking.
Oh no, how awesome! Yeah, posing for the.
I've been looking for that robe now.
Did you not know it existed? That's so funny. I can
didn't
imagine you in that. That'd be awesome. You should turn up on the chat with it on.
I should, shouldn't I? I should pretend to be my own assassin.
Malchio di Torre.
Malchio del Torre.
Yeah.
Malsenor. At least it's better than Shay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shay with the most fake Irish accent.
I just want one where the assassins are actually together.
I'd like it when the assassins aren't. It's been a while since we had a game where the assassins weren't total dickheads.
Have you noticed though? Have you noticed that the assassins now, they're mostly pirates?
Yeah.
Right. Have you noticed that there is no real Assassin's Creed anymore? It's more of just we're assassins.
At all now. No. Exactly.
One of those. What happened to the Apple of Eden and everything else?
Well, what cracks me up in Unity is you get that Sword of Eden, and yet you don't get to use any of the lightning effects or that baddie had in the last boss battle. It's like, well, what's the point of getting the Sword of Eden if you can't do sod all with it?
And why get the end of the game?
Yeah.
I don't. I think that I miss the old thing where you killed people, but there was a reason behind it, not just picking up a box or something.
Yeah.
Now I feel like you kill somebody and you're just killing them for a bit of thing, like Benjamin Franklin's in Rogue.
Yeah. Exactly. Seems like a bit random.
And have you seen the trophies? Most of them are collectible stuff.
Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me. All the stupid shanties and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, but the shanties are a lot slower this time.
Yeah, they don't run off as quickly, which is, thank goodness, because they really annoyed me in Black Flag.
I think this is going to be the 5th Assassin's Creed I plat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've platted nearly every single one except for Black Flag.
You are going to plat it?
Yeah. I didn't play at Brotherhood or Black Flag because they were online. And I don't like online, you know, that killing and all that rubbish.
Yeah.
I don't like people hiding in bushes and jumping out at me.
No.
You
You go
know?
down alleyways now, and you're like, better check for bushes in case.
So when I was at the dentist,
Yeah.
I said to the woman, I punched the guy who tried touching my wife, right?
Yeah.
And she went, I can't imagine that because you look like such a nice, soft guy. And I was like, isn't it nice that people see me as such a
That's
nice person?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, isn't it nice
Like a
that
big
people...
teddy bear.
Yeah. You know, it's funny how many people think of me that way. It's like, I'd rather that than people think I was this horrible,
Ruffian
violent
kind of.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? But it was just a nice thing to kind of hear.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. She recently had a baby, and she
And
was
you're threatened to
talking about...
punch it. Yeah.
Threatened to punch the baby, no threatened to punt it, you know, kick it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Over
that?
the rugby line, touchdown.
Can you imagine that? Kill the baby through the air and it go and shouting, touchdown! And everybody be like, I've always wanted to do a prank where I've got I'm with someone's baby and then I switch it with a plastic one.
With a, yeah.
And then kick it, and yes, and I'm like, no. They're like those ones which have like the real like limbs that move.
Yeah.
Because they can imagine people's faces.
Oh my God.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd probably get arrested because it's not, you know.
I always remember this doll that my sister had. It was one of those baby dolls that spoke, and you were supposed to teach it how to talk properly. And it would go, Pescetti, and you'd have to go, no, spaghetti, and Pescetti, and she'd say it over and over again. And if you didn't respond, if you got bored of correcting her, she'd go like, talk to me, and stuff like that. And you'd end up wanting to punch it in the face, seriously.
Well, I remember, I'll never forget when I was a kid. And my mum bought me a Cindy doll.
Okay, yeah.
She said, do you want to play with her hair? So I did.
Okay, yeah, because you said you like to brush it and stuff.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Right?
Yeah, not kind of put the lotion on the...
After Saturday's chat, I actually started wondering about my sexuality. But...
Oh, come on, it was funny.
But anyway... I
did watch that back, the bit that I missed when I got booted.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So I had a Cindy doll, which originally I was brushing out of.
Yeah.
Then I started getting sexual tendencies.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, what can I do to it?
Yeah.
So I got all my Action Men out. Now, Action Men don't have anything down there, just have pants, don't they?
No, they just have the flat.
And in the Cindy
one. I checked.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. So,
yeah.
So you've got experience of this as well as me, right? Yeah. So I used to get them to have sex with them in my mind. Right?
Yeah.
And I get all these positions, and sometimes she'd have 5 at a time and all this stuff. And then what would happen is the Action Men would kill each other over.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right, and it was just so fun. Like, I'd have them in the bathtub with me and all this stuff, right? And it was just so gay. Mate, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
When I think about it, I'm just like, why did I do this? Why? You know. It
does make you wonder sometimes where some of these. I mean, like I say, I would get dolls, like Ken doll and stuff, and I'd be like, he hasn't got any bits, and it'd be like the first thing I'd check, and I'm like, why hasn't he got any bits? It's like, what was wrong with me as a child?
I never forget my dad had a blow up sex doll.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And my mum said,
"You get to use it."
My mum said to me, "Here you go, Mel. You have it." Right?
Yeah.
So I blew it up, and I put a bale of clover over its head because I didn't like, that big.
Yeah.
So I put a bale of clover over its head. Gave it a test run.
Yeah.
Hurt like hell because it's all, all that.
Oh yeah.
Before I had about the thing lubricant, before I had anything about that.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember I used to get in bed with me and hug it and all this stuff, right? And do things which are not PG, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right. And then the cat sat on it one day and pricked it. blew
It
up.
went down.
And I remember crying for days.
Oh,
You know,
when he's lost love.
I was only, I wasn't mind. I was only 25 at the time.
I was gonna say.
No, I was, you know, how old I was. I tell you, how old I was about 13.
Oh, really? So experimental kind of.
I was experimenting a bit,
Yeah,
and you know what it's like. Like I said in the last show, you know, it's like there's things that tickle your mind a bit.
yeah, yeah.
You know, nowadays, I'm like, what were you thinking? Having sex with a sex doll with a balaclava over its head.
Yeah, but even in a non-sexual way, like I say, it always cracks me up when I think of what my parents did with they bought me a walking, talking doll, and it scared the shit out of me. Now I hadn't seen Chucky or anything like that, but they got me this walking, talking doll, and they turned it on, and I ran out of the room and pulled the living room door shut and refused to let them near me with it. And I think that's weird how, especially now as a grown up, that I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it's weird how that's embedded in you as a child,
Mm,
even though, I've always loved, like technology and stuff like that. It's
yeah.
just that doll creeped the hell out of me. And I'm like, I mean, I wasn't, I was a tomboy anyway. I wasn't a fan of dolls. But that doll particularly just absolutely creeped me out. And I think that's why then when my sister had like the talking baby dolls and stuff, it creeped me out even more,
Well, talking about dolls and stuff, I had wrestling figures.
Oh, yeah.
And
Did
there's
you have
one
Stretch
that
Armstrong?
I did.
I know it's not a wrestling figure, but
Well, you want to hear something funny about Stretch Armstrong?
yeah.
My half brother, well, he might not even be my brother. My half brother would come round because for like 6 months he was talking to my dad,
Right, yeah.
and he went like this. Stretch Armstrong was swinging around and went straight through the window. Went straight through the window of the block of flats, landed right in front of someone and almost killed them. Right?
Oh,
Yeah. Right.
full
So,
Stretch Armstrong. That would be awesome in the annals of toy history. Just death
right.
by Stretch
And bloody
Armstrong.
hell, I tell you, those things weighed a ton.
Well, they're quite heavy because
Yeah.
you never really gathered from the adverts what they were like.
Oh,
I
did
didn't
you
have
have one?
one, but
You didn't have one.
my
They were
parents wouldn't let
heavy.
me. They didn't like the fact I was tomboyish as it is. They didn't think that a girl should be playing with Stretch Armstrong.
They were heavy. I had another one, and it stretched you so much, the stuff was coming out the skin.
Yeah.
Because I had this thing where I'd go to my half brother, you take one and I'll pull the other, right? And you'd have these massive arms, and then all of a sudden you see these little gel bits starting to pop out.
It was like, yeah.
So yeah,
How
I had
far
one.
would it go before it would stop? Or was it just like, was there a
Oh,
risk of breaking it?
I was so young, so give me a
Yeah,
second.
distance isn't but did it go for,
Probably the size of this room, so
yeah,
probably about 8 feet, so four
yeah,
feet both ways
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
which isn't far, but it could be
No, but
more.
it's still, for what it was, yeah. But they
I
were quite
could,
heavy, you say?
yeah, the middle bit was really heavy
Yeah, that's weird.
for a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just saying, you look at it and it's difficult to, like,
Yeah, it was an awesome toy. I remember Christmas time, they used to have these big massive crackers you could get from our school.
Yeah.
And I used to pull them and I used to go through all the stuff because
Oh,
it's got
yeah,
so
yeah,
much in it.
yeah.
And my mum used to buy me one every year. And do you know you can't get them anymore?
Can you not?
No, but you probably can if you look online and get them sent. But I mean, you can't buy them anywhere close by.
Yeah.
Well, especially not where I am now. You know, it's nowhere near it. But it's weird.
I always remember we had this thing called Dozy Bear. I've
Yeah,
probably told this story, so I apologise if I have. And it was like Teddy Ruxpin,
yeah.
but it had like these cheeks that lit up when it played the tape and stuff, like lit it in time to the music, the story and everything. Except my dad used to put his reggae tapes inside, so you would have this toy bear with its cheeks lighting up, singing along to reggae music. So
Oh, that's what I should. Well, I think about it toy-wise. Did
yeah,
you have the Home Alone recorder?
no, I didn't.
Because there was a Home Alone recorder where you could have a tape and you could record things on it.
Really?
Yeah, because I had one. And they sell them on eBay still, but mostly broken. And what I remember going in my mum's bedroom when she was like this, and going
Yeah.
to her, "You all right?" And she went, "Get out of my house and get out of my bed, then house." And I used to play it to her every day and laugh, right? Well, one day I was asleep
Yeah.
and she came in my room and she went like this. I'm now looking at what was it? I'm now looking at a hairy monster falling asleep from the past now,
Oh
right?
my God.
And I remember pressing it, and no, that's not right because that was another time. She said in it, that's right. I'm a, I'm whatever it was. She said to me, "Pop it on." She said, "Whatever it says, right, that's what you are, right, and that's what you can do, right." So
Yeah.
I'm pressing it, and it said something like, "I'm a little idiot, and I need to do the washing up," or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You changed it." And she's like, "Ha ha ha." My mum was great when I was a kid like that, you know.
Yeah. Can you believe it's that time already?
It's that time already. Oh no.
Sorry, we went. I didn't keep an eye on it. Sorry.
It's different in now, isn't it? It's 4:27 in now, so it's not too
Oh,
bad.
so oh right, okay.
But was there anything you wanted to say?
No, not that. Okay. No, just general. Same old. Really. I mean, we've had a good turnout. We've had some really good questions tonight, and that.
We have.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please subscribe to Malcolm, as always, his awesome channel, because, obviously subscribers help drive towards videos. And
Yes.
please subscribe to me if you get the chance.
Yes. Please
And
subscribe.
also check out our chat that we did on
Yes.
Saturday, because that was a lot of fun, as
Uh,
Malcolm said at the beginning of the video. But no, thank you, everybody, and hope to see you all next week. Hope you had a good time. Over to you, hostess with the most.
Hostess, you said it again. Hostess to the mostest.
I know.
No, what I was going to say was because I was a little bit spacey then.
Yeah,
What I would say was, as always, thanks to Tash and thanks to everyone who watched. There's big news coming up soon, so in case anybody gets upset about it, send me a private message. Don't get angry with me, all right?
yeah.
All right. Because I'm tired of abuse. So anyway, I'd like to thank
And you're moving
everyone.
on to bigger and better.
I'll get bigger and better things. And watch out for me and John Quintero's chat. Uh, you know, watch out for me and Matuz's Racers chat.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're and Trinder chat and
and oh yeah, watch out for me and Last Avenger.
oh yeah, Last Avenger. It's just going to be the silhouettes out there.
No, but seriously, I'd like to thank everybody for
Yeah.
watching. I'd like to thank Tash for being here. Subscribe to Tash. The link isn't down below at the minute, but it will be because I was in a bit of a rush to start the chat because I got in. I will put that. I will put that in straight away after the chat. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and join us next Monday on the 16th.
Yeah.
On the 16th. Can you believe it's 16th of March already, almost?
Yeah, I know.
That's
Nearly half. I
bonkers.
mean, your time has just gone forward, but ours doesn't go. Goes back at the end of March, and it's scary to see how close we are to that.
It is. I mean, it's what is it? Nearly halfway through the year.
Yeah. Well, not halfway through the year, but halfway through the month.
No, I mean halfway through the year, almost.
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think I meant? Halfway through. So you thought I thought March was halfway through the year. All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, guys.
Bye. And check out the chat and subscribe to
Yeah.
Donna.
Yeah.